I know what that was.
That was, hey, Paragon City Games is going live.
It's like, hey, now you can watch yourself stream. All right, we live?
We are.
How's it going, everybody?
All right. So,
we have a special treat for you guys today, and by that I mean probably not the biggest treat you've ever had in your life, but we didn't have a second commentator, or either of our commentators canceled today, so I will not be playing, and I will be commentating.
Don't get to do the straight, was it 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks. I 3-0'd my last 2 FNMs, and this week I don't get to play. So, but that's fine. I'm excited to hang out. So, what's up?
You guys live?
Yeah.
We are super live.
I'm gonna crowd table 2 to table 2 in case you need them there.
That would be great. So, looks like Odeon on Reanimator.
So, are you gonna help me out with getting names and stuff?
Yeah.
Awesome.
In between the rounds, and then let's see. I wonder what, I don't know what Theodore's on. But so Odeon is playing Brian's Reanimator deck. Okay. Let me pull up the chat.
How do we get, I want to be able to see everything on this side, like the TCG player, so that I can show cards and that type of stuff.
Yeah. Where is the restream map?
See, this is exciting. Usually when I do this, it's just Bryce. He just handles things, and I just talk and rant about random things. But today, I have to learn.
I'm trying to find the app for the chat. It's not letting me search with... because the search bar's over here. Restream chat.
There we go.
So over here, I made a... Just for reference, I made this one like the stream one, and then this one is the...
Okay.
When we pull from TCG.
So that's wait, how do you switch between those?
I just whole different Mozilla thing. So Odeon on Reanimator. Red
RB.
RB.
Reanimator.
All right.
So Brian says.
Hey, no response yet. So.
All right. I'll just start it off alone and see how it goes.
Apparently, you guys are already streaming.
Good evening, sirs. Paragon.
Yes. Yeah, I just started up. So.
What's up, Jorgensen? How many players this week? Lots, Brian.
A lot.
This place is packed.
Literally, like I think every seat is taken by a person right now. Like people who aren't playing Magic are having to stand and see if we even have a table for
them.
Yeah. Lots of people. We fired a standard tournament.
Yeah, we did. That doesn't normally happen.
Right.
All
right.
So let me take a look here. Looks like Storm. Theo's on Storm. It's on LED. And ad nauseum. So I'll go. You know how to update these?
Ants. Not efficiently, but
not efficiently.
I know the player names.
Yep.
I know the card from TCG.
Yep.
And then
that's the only real thing. There's image 4 is like whenever you click on something here, it'll show you the
what I'm changing.
What
for sure
changes. Send pictures. Look.
Jeez, where the heck are you, Brian?
Right?
Shouldn't you be streaming with me?
The funny quirky guy.
Where's the funny quirky guy?
I thought we were all funny and quirky. Rich or Shay?
Yeah, Rich or Shay are not here today.
Yeah, no. Sean, yeah. Sean is not present. And Rich is playing in our modern tournament. So, it's going to be Kyer, and then Mr. Hall.
Maybe Jordan.
Maybe
Jordan. Yeah, I have to work nights, so...
I'm homesick. I should probably head up. I mean...
Well, Brian, if you came up, you'd be streaming with me, so I don't know. I don't know if you're sick enough to not do that. But
right?
If you're well enough, you should probably come join me.
Even if you wore a cool little, Bane mask.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome to Paragon Stream!
Not bad.
Yeah, I've got a pretty decent Bane voice, but...
You could do the whole chat thing, and then I can relay all your messages to the chat.
What's... Oh, this is that. That's right. Okay, well,
All right.
I'm going to move
Sounds
and
good.
let... You want to hop in here?
Yeah.
There we go.
And so you don't even know.
I don't know. I mean,
So you can't play.
can't
so
play, but I can kind of help comment for a little bit.
for a minute.
Yeah, a minute or
Cool. All right. I was born in the stream. You merely adopted it. Well, that's factual. If it weren't for you, I would definitely not be on camera, Brian. For sure. Do I feel in charge? Yeah, I kind of do feel in charge. It's a different feeling. Honestly, every time I come in here on Thursdays, I feel like more of a guest, and now I actually have to talk about lines and be the person who's trying to crack jokes all the time. It's yeah, not playing Jorgensen. I know. I was super psyched. I brought elves today, and I've been like jamming game after game, trying to like make sure I didn't butcher this elves deck, and then one commentator didn't show up, and the other commentator decided that he would much rather play modern because of this upcoming PPTQ season. Modern's about to start, so he wanted to get some reps in, and yeah. So Patrick's like, yeah. So you're alone until then. So that's
Thanks, man.
what's gonna happen.
People are probably going to hop in and
Yeah.
comment and help you out.
Exactly. All right, so we're getting started. We got a Badlands into a Thoughtseize, and so this is definitely the ideal start against Storm.
Yeah. I mean, pretty sure you just take tutor here, right?
Yes,
I Or
I mean, maybe if his hand's important enough. I'm not sure. That seems like a
but I'm
interesting
pretty sure he had
combination.
isn't that a Chancellor in his hand? Chancellor on the Anna?
Yeah, he does have a Chancellor, which if he can get that in play, then that'll do. Let's see. I know. I wanted to try to play combo too. It was gonna be fun. I probably wasn't going to do well, but I actually when I was testing games, it felt a lot better the second time I sat down to just jam games, and I think I would have done okay, but mostly that's just because of my knowledge of the game, not because I'm a good combo player.
Alright. Going into some faithless looting here. So what you can get.
Yeah, no worries, Lobert. Like, I hope you have fun at your convention. Oh,
Yeah.
He already has 1-0 up. Which one is that? The round. Thanks for catching that. All right. Having stream with quality commentators is better. Yeah, you're right. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Wait, why did they put me here again?
I don't know, I think you do a good job.
Oh, thanks. I think every time I get done streaming, I'm like, I don't know, I had fun. I hope people liked it.
Well, I don't know. I usually get to listen to this on my way to work or whatnot, and
Yeah,
it's always good.
Hop in a little bit. Let them see you at least while you're here.
Hi. Sporting the Paragon shirt. You guys should get them if you don't.
For sure, they're super comfortable.
All right.
Yeah, Carnage. Sorry, it wasn't 1-0. It was 0-0. Quality. Yeah, that's a good one. Next thing you know, Wizards is gonna be like, oh yeah, we need that kid Kyer. We need him to talk about all sorts of garbage while people play Magic.
Start
I'm
shitty
good at
games.
it.
Get a good resume going. Video record this.
I was talking to one of our players here, but before I knew I was going to commentate, and he says, why what got you started in commentating? And I was just like, I don't know. Brian opened up a store, and he's like, hey, you know your stuff. Come sit in. You're a good personality. And I went, all right, let's give it a try.
And then a legend was born.
Yeah, right? Hardly quality, but hey, I'll see what I can do.
Alright, so is it Theo's turn? Yeah, I think he just played Scalding Tarn.
Yeah, we got a Tarn, so we know he has a Brainstorm. Or no, he just Brainstormed, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a race. Reanimator is going to try to get this Chancellor online as soon as it can. If it can, then Storm practically can't win at that point.
Sure. He has... So Reanimator currently has a Exhume in hand, and I think that's a Dark Ritual.
Yeah, they do.
So I think he can just kind of go for it.
And a Chromox. So Chromox is going to imprint Unmask.
Mm-hmm. I think he can just get Sire into play. That's actually just going to be game.
Yeah, the whole package. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
And GG.
All right, and we got a Sire. So Storm is most likely going to concede to this. Yes. If Odeon goes for Gristlebrand, then Ant Storm is going to have a pretty decent shot at being able to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's Chancellor or if it's oh my goodness, what is the card called? Come on, help me out. Help me out, chat. What's the... Oh, Sire of Insanity. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sire of Insanity. If it's Sire, then...
Yeah.
And probably Iona wins, too.
Yeah, I just named Black and just shut him down. When I was in Vegas, I was playing against a couple of Storm players, and they're always telling me, like, card disadvantage is, like, a real big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, any Thoughtseize or Hymn to Turak, if you can get that to resolve, you pretty much can just win. You're in Ione.
Yeah.
Favored.
Yeah, I said Iona. Sorry. You probably typed that before I said it, I assume. Yeah, so this makes it a race because the Reanimator deck has Unmask and Thoughtseize to interact, but as far as well, and they want to Thoughtseize themselves or something
yeah,
like
we're just
that.
going to kind of go for it for turn one. What does Storm bring in? Because I feel like this would be a hard matchup with all the discard hate.
Yeah, I'm really not sure. We do not have deckless Carnage.
Although, it would be nice if we did. Let's see,
Yeah, the sideboard does vary a lot, and that's why I don't know what he would bring in.
Isn't there like an artifact or something that he can have to make spells cost 3 or more? What's that one called? Converted mana cost 3? No, that's really
I don't
bad
think.
for him.
Yeah, Storm doesn't
That's really bad.
usually want to play something like that. Okay, yeah, Tormod's Crypt, Surgical. I expected Surgical. If he doesn't have Surgical, that would be surprising. But Tormod's Crypt, that's the one that they like to play.
Yeah, because Storm uses their graveyards too. They can't hit theirs too much.
Yeah.
This is actually surprisingly hard to do.
I know. You have to keep talking. Yeah. It's easy with Brian. Brian just talks about all sorts of stuff.
Brian is a talker. We like Brian for that, though.
I like Brian for many reasons. Mostly because I've known that guy forever. He's kind of cool. But Bryce, man, that guy knows the game. Just saying. He is quality. See, Jorgensen calls me quality, and I'm sitting here looking at Bryce going, geez, I'm like half the caliber of this guy.
All right, opponents are taking a look at their opening hands.
Oh, I haven't.
Rest.
Okay. I think.
Backhand?
No. Oh.
Oh, I see.
Look at this. I'm figuring stuff out.
And you don't think you're quality. Come on. Look at that.
I clicked 2 things, figuring out. Just bring up Jorgensen. Brian's in the chat right now. You can't bring up Vintage like that. Other times you've brought up Vintage and you're like, whoa, don't bring up Vintage around Brian. Brian wasn't in the room yet, so that was okay. But you know that Brian's here. You can't do that. Now we're gonna get paragraphs in the chat. We don't want this.
A format.
No.
No. See, everyone's turning into Legacy. Legacy is the best format.
Well, Legacy's the greatest format. All right.
All right, so we got a turn 1 duress. What do you think he takes yours? I only see one discard spell, so I think he just takes Faithless Looting. We got ourselves Petal, Exhume, Sire.
You can, let's see. Since he has the Petal, he's actually really, really close to just flashing back the Faithless Looting as well. Where he does have just the Exhume as a reanimate target, I do like taking Exhume.
Okay.
Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker, because you take Exhume, and now they get to Faithless Looting. And their whole deck is good reanimate hits and reanimate cards. So what this does is makes it so he can just cast Faithless Looting. If he finds a reanimate target, then we know he has the Lotus Petal, right?
Yeah.
So he can just put something into play this turn if he finds a reanimate.
But like they play like 8 copies of those. I feel like you would be more inclined to hit with the Faithless than like drawing 2 extra cards and digging deeper.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just my thinking.
Yeah, I think Faithless may have been correct to take.
I don't know, we'll see how it plays out. Theo
Right.
might know what he's doing.
Brian heard that thing. See? Told you. Jorgensen, come on.
Gold Spur.
Secretly love Vintage. Well, I think you need to rethink about what secret means.
Is it frozen?
Yeah, it is going.
Yeah,
it
looks
is going
like it's
pretty
kinda
slow.
glitchy.
The rest of the stream is fine, so you can hear us just fine, and you can.
Deactivate.
Jeez, well, good thing Brian's in the chat. Hey, Brian, how come the camera on me is working just fine, and how come the overhead camera is glitching, or frozen?
Do you know how to deactivate it?
Nope.
Like shut it down, turn it back up. Cool. Guess Brian should have been here.
Oh yeah. Hey Brian, maybe you should jump in your car, you fool.
You know, I bet I can make it to Provo before he makes it up here.
I agree.
Click a minute. Just the overhead camera. Alright. So if the stream goes down, we apologize. Let's see if that... Yeah, looks like that.
Look at that.
That's
Brian's a genius.
Alright.
Good thing I have my mentor in chat. Thank you, Brian.
Okay. So it looks like we just got done resolving a ponder. Wonder what he was pondering about.
He probably needs to go off really, really soon. That's probably what he was pondering about.
Well, there's no creatures in the graveyard for Reanimator yet.
Yeah, not yet. In fact, his hand doesn't look good after that Faithless Looting.
No.
He hit, what, Entomb and...
I think it was Iona.
And so he discarded both of those?
Oh, because...
You guys got night recording? This is amazing. Like sick jams and.
Brian just sent me a picture of himself in the car. All right, so Brian's gonna come stream with me.
That's cool.
Does he have Stronghold Gambit? I don't know. I do not know if he has Stronghold Gambit.
Looks like he just picked up Dark Ritual. I can't see what's in Theo's hand. Too well.
Can't. Yeah, I can't either.
So we got Tutor. I'm getting all these text messages. I'm like, yeah, he's my boss. No, it's not. Okay.
It doesn't.
So, can you go for it here? I mean, go enough turn, Odin can go kind of just cast his creatures.
Does he have an LED?
You know,
So we have a Cabal Therapy.
True Renaissance man. Yes.
See, now you're talking. When yes, exactly, Brian. That's what you are. Tech support, watching stream, driving. This guy's a saint.
The dude is awesome.
All right, Cabal Therapy's gonna pick up a Lotus Petal. That was a pretty good
there,
game.
and we got Exhume.
And Exhume should do it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Storm needed to go off there. And they did not have it. Really? Yeah, they just kept a discard heavy hand, and they pondered and couldn't find the things that they needed.
Well, I know he had Dark Ritual, Ad Nauseam, and Tutor.
Yeah, he had Ad Nos, but he couldn't get the extra mana.
I think if you had 2 Rituals, I think you just kind of go for it.
While these guys are finishing up this, because I think the writing's on the wall here.
Yeah, he just brings back Sire and it's over.
Let me see what's going on our backup match.
Lands with a Deathrite. That's an interesting thing.
I don't think this is lands. I think this is
That Stoneblade deck? Is that Esper?
I am not entirely sure. It looks like we have a Grixis Delver versus. Yeah, this isn't lands.
No. Or is that the 4-color Deathblade?
Could be the 4-color Deathblade.
I hear that's a really good deck.
Yeah, I heard somebody brought it this week and didn't even get to play it.
Yeah. I hear he's a really good player.
Yeah, just like the elves, just like the guy who brought elves and didn't get to play it.
Yeah.
For the record, I totally would have won with elves. Now that I'm not playing.
Elves that I just keep wastelanding him out of the game.
Yeah, Brian. At first, I was thinking it was Maverick too, but he has blue in the deck, so we'll pan over there once this actually wraps up.
Actually, I gotta go take off, so I can just go ask him real quick.
All right.
So
Later.
thanks for letting me stream.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
I will see you. All right. Well, let's see. Move a little closer. So he did not. He didn't exhume? Guys, did he not exhume?
Yeah, we were right. It's 4-color Deathblade and it's Grixis Delver.
Okay.
So I'm betting on 4-color to win, just because it's the best deck in Legacy.
For sure.
All right, see you guys.
Color Deathblade. Grixis Delver. We'll probably head over there soon. Yeah, so did I miss something, guys? Did he? Okay, the camera's off again. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with the camera, Jorgensen. Let's see if I can reset it again. False food chain is best. Oh, chain of vapor. Okay. Thank you, Carnage. Trying to figure stuff out. Wasn't exactly sure. Alright, we got a little storm token there, and he's going to try to go off this turn. Awesome. We may get a game 3. Yeah, Reanimator doesn't have any good ways to interact once the storm player starts to go off. They can't really interact in the middle. Yeah, it really is a nifty counter, for sure. I don't really know what a couple of the mana symbols are doing on it. It looks like it's pretty specific for Storm, but hey, I guess you could use it for like Cube. Sometimes you get all sorts of random mana when you try to Storm off. Yeah, Brian, you should get one of these Storm counters for the stream. Look at that. Looks great. We just need some bigger dice. All right, 2 LEDs. This is happening. Got a Dark Writ. So it looks like storm count is 7. 7. So yeah, if you can't see the dice, it's storm count 7 and then 5 mana on black. And now we'll Infernal Tutor, and with that on the stack, we're going to get 6 mana. And it looks like 3 of it will be red, most likely. And the other will go to black mana. So storm count's 9, 6 black mana, 3 red mana. I'm somewhat surprised that the Reanimator deck hasn't just conceded at this point, because this is very, very clearly done. Yeah, he's explaining it. He's like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to win. And he goes, that's fine, just do it. He's like, okay. Alright, let's cast Past in Flames. Well, if he doesn't concede, then anybody who hasn't seen this happen before. Alright, yeah, he'll pack it up. Fair enough. Always make them have it. He did! He's like, Infernal Tutor, alright. Let's just hope he Infernal Tutored for like a Dark Ritual or something. Alright, so we actually are going to get a game 3 out of this one. And then let me pull up our backup match. Oh, they are done. And I am not sure how that went. Well, darn it. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Grixis Delver and 4-color Deathblade ended their match before Red-Black Reanimator and Storm. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Yeah, maybe. I have heard that story, Jorgensen. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, you just play all the good Storm cards, and then you don't actually need any Storm card. You just go, hey, alright, my Storm count's like 12. I'm gonna cast this Tutor. Would you like to concede? Most people probably will. I think I would, honestly. At that point. So this Red-Black Reanimator deck, it's been popping up kind of everywhere lately. I keep seeing more and more people talk about it and more people wanting to run it. I'm not entirely sure if the deck is just great or if it's one of the cheaper options to build in Legacy, and that's why people like it. It's a little more affordable. What do you guys think? I'd like to hear your guys' opinion of the Red-Black Reanimator deck, because I think we all know that Storm is very, very top tier. Really, really good against a lot of decks that have trouble with combo, obviously. And then even the decks that are good against combo, they can still just beat you. Storm is fantastic, and it's really, really rewarding for the people who are good at playing it. Yeah, it's definitely better than Belcher. No question about that. Yeah, Aaron Harris, this is Legacy, and they're going into Game 3. Yeah, I know that it gets a lot of free wins, and I know that it can be pretty consistent, but I mean, doesn't most of the time Force of Will just beat this deck? I mean, that's what the Unmask and the Thought Seizes are for, but they're not always going to have those plus a creature in the graveyard, you know, plus all that stuff. Yeah, no problem, Aaron. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so you have more copies of your combo pieces. So when you say that, you just mean like there's reanimate, there's exhume, there's animate dead, and they all are basically the same thing. Plus all the creatures, all of them should win the game. So most of your deck doesn't need things to find your combo pieces because you're naturally going to have them pretty easily. Yeah, I agree, Jorgensen. I don't think it has the staying power. And since it is a little bit cheaper, I think that's why people are building it, but I mean obviously it's strong. The threats that it's put in, I'm really surprised how good Sire is. I don't know why I'm surprised. I guess when I saw that, I was like, what? That card? I remember playing that card in Standard, and it's like really good in this deck. Yeah, 12 copies of Reanimate. So Brian, this is your deck. How often do you thought seize yourself? Out of curiosity? Yeah, I'm not sure what I'd rather have. A foe to reanimate or to reanimate? Probably to reanimate. I would. That's instinctively that's what I would say. You rarely have to. About 1 in 3 matches, you have to thought seize yourself for your discard. All right, we're getting started. So let's see. We had a mulligan, and we're gonna start off with. Looks like he's got an exhume and a reanimate. Yeah, gotta do it in order. So I'm curious to what he's gonna grab. Yeah, he's gonna grab a Chancellor. Yeah, turn 1 and 2 reanimates does seem quite decent. Agreed, Carnage. Jeez. And whenever I see the deck play like this, I'm like, oh, obviously this deck is good. But so many decks right now are so full of hate in the sideboard for just graveyards because it catches so many things. I'd be way nervous to play this deck. That, and it doesn't really feel like playing Magic because let's be real. You're not really interacting with your opponent, and casting 2 cards isn't exactly flashy. As far as being a good player goes. Yeah, I think Iona is the better hit for sure. Sire's a better hit. Chancellor is going to stop him, and it's probably going to win the game. But yeah, Sire's insane. They can never have more than 1 card in their hand, and they also don't have any. They also don't have any cards that can beat or kill the Sire. I am not a combo player, Lubbert. Not a combo player. yeah, it doesn't matter. You're right. Some people just want to destroy their opponent in a couple seconds. And that works for them. You're right. You're right. I'm biased for sure. I have a lot of respect for combo, but I've never played much of it, nor do I enjoy it too much. But I play against it a lot, and I enjoy those matchups. So kind of hard to hate it. Kind of hard to hate a strategy when you really love playing it. People have to come up with all sorts of ways to beat the hate. And I can definitely respect that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, breaking the game's a lot of fun. There are combos that I enjoy, but most of them aren't all-in combos, so. See, Brian, you laugh, but you already knew all this. All right, so we're getting in some damage. And so if the Chancellor doesn't get there in time, then it's very likely that the Reanimator deck will find another creature to put into play, which I assume he would do Iona or Sire. Yeah, I'm not sure, Jorgensen. I mean, Chancellor looks good against this deck, so. But yeah, you're right. I don't. I think I would have gone for something else. It's kind of hard to criticize. It's kind of hard to criticize what he got because of how good it is against the current board state, and just against Storm in general. But yeah, there are better things. It's kind of funny. Combo player for life. Yeah, Brian, you and your food chain, you and your black-red Reanimator. I don't know if I'd call it life, but I guess I'll let you call it what you want. Probably the worst thing he could have gotten, Jorgensen, is probably Gristlebrand. But even then, if you untap with the Gristlebrand, you're definitely putting something else in on the next turn. So I wouldn't have even thought that was just the worst thing. But it was, I wouldn't have thought it was terrible. But it's probably one of the worst things they could have done. Yeah, I'm not sure if their life totals are accurate. In fact, I know that. Okay, they're fixing it. He's at 2. Is that Bryce?
Hi guys. How we doing?
We just ended our first match. It was Reanimator versus Storm.
How'd it go?
Reanimator took it down.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of that, I'm supposed to update that as it goes, huh?
Yes.
Yes, that is something I'm supposed to do.
That is
However, we're gonna ignore that I didn't do that, and it still says round 4. We're gonna ignore all of that because I'm totally good at this, right?
Absolutely.
Right. And we have nobody there either. All right. You guys showed up right on time. They ended, and I was gonna have to talk forever alone. And here you guys are.
Here we are.
Yeah. See, Bryce was here the whole time.
Right?
Yeah.
I just was very
scoot
quiet.
over a little
All right,
bit.
I'll sit down for a minute.
Yeah.
You're not playing today?
No, neither commentator showed up, so
Aw.
they were like, Kyra, we need you. And I was like, okay. All right.
So you just saw
I wore the appropriate shirt for the occasion.
Odion and Theo. Okay.
Yeah, they just wrapped things up.
Well, I just played a traditional Bug Delver controlling build, and I'm on a Grixis Delver today.
Awesome.
So it was some nice back and forth action.
Cool.
Trading threats. And
you were able to take it down?
Yeah, I got the lucky stifle game 3, which turns it.
Oh, look at that. My commentating buddy's going to be here in 2 minutes. Rock on.
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect.
Aaron Harris, if you wish you could see the cards better, I will be stating the names of the cards. You can always look them up wherever you are, or what I can do is if you have a question about a card, I can pull that up on the stream to show everybody.
So
I'm not quite efficient with this stuff yet, but
2-1?
I think it was 2-1. Sorry.
Just like so.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. Because I updated these.
Perfect.
And I forgot to update the round. And then I've been figuring some stuff out, but I'm like so bad at it. Yeah, I'm happy to help show cards, but yeah, Tidespout Tyrant was definitely the weakest choice there.
The problem with being able to see the cards, it's this weird balance of being able to see the players and their hands and the entire playfield. And so it just depends on, if you're watching on a computer, on a large screen, you can see pretty well. If you're watching on your phone, on mobile, you kind of have to know what the cards are, but usually they're pretty recognizable.
Right.
And if we see anything unique that doesn't get played a lot,
we'll usually pull it up.
We'll pull it up, yeah, so you guys can see what's going on. Whereas if it's a Deathrite Shaman or something like that,
right.
It's pretty obvious what that card is,
exactly.
and most Legacy players know what it does. So
yeah, but if you don't know Legacy very well, though, you're welcome to ask, and I'll see if I can do that. Will do. I have a nice commentating voice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I actually practice talking all the time. So I'm glad that
Just
that
yourself
practice.
though, like in the car while you're driving.
No, I actually sing in the car. I sing a lot. I'm actually a pretty decent vocalist. My people know me. Let's just say. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
No, I definitely sing, but yeah, I'm happy to help out.
Look at this. We actually have the Facebook working in the chat.
Yeah, it's
Everything.
awesome.
There we go.
I haven't seen that happen before now, so kind of cool.
Well, there's 1 billion players here today.
Yeah,
I think there's 28
so
players
many.
playing Modern.
28 players playing Modern. We fired a standard tournament.
Yeah.
And
there's
then
a decent amount of them, right? There's 8 or 10.
I think we had 10.
Yeah.
And then how many are in the Legacy event? I was not told.
It's somewhere in the teens. I'm not sure. It's 14, 16, something like that.
Yeah, that's a ton of people. So many people. And we have a draft pod.
Yeah.
We have a draft pod too. Yeah.
So why did you roll up the playmat? So we have these. The playmat you see right there is the Paragon City playmat. It's a 2-person playmat. Covers enough space for both players. But some people like to play on their own playmat, so they'll bring their own with them, and then they roll them up to keep them safe while they're moving around and protects them.
Yeah. Usually people have the playmats just to protect the cards, and yeah, it's basically just fabric that you set down on a table. So let's say you wanted to play on like a kitchen table, right, or a picnic table or something like that. You can just set a mat down. That way you're not damaging cards.
Yep, they're like a large mouse pad. In fact, I use one as a large mouse pad.
I do too. Yeah, I have like 30 some odd mats right now, and I just keep acquiring them, and I have no intention of ever getting rid of them. They just become a collection. They're really cool, and the art on some of them is amazing. Yeah, they don't handle folding for sure, so you usually want to roll them up. I have a little box for mine that I roll mine up into, and some people will have like a plastic tube.
So I didn't actually do the math, but we've got over 60 players here playing right now, something like that.
I told you.
There he is. There he is.
Brian.
Stay
Stay
for a second.
here.
I'll come back in at the beginning of the next round. I need to talk to people.
All right.
But I'll be here.
Cool.
Let me ask you something real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
4 weeks ago, I was playing in here. Rich was commentating on Friday. He brought me some lingering soul stones from Tate Crash. And I didn't realize they were his. So I just got
What card are you referring to? Carnage?
They should. Yeah, they should. I don't know. I can send more of maybe
What do I usually play? In Legacy, I've been on Punishing Jund, and I've been enjoying that a lot. Oh, Tidespout Tyrant. Yeah, Tidespout Tyrant is not in everybody's main, but I want to say Brian does main his. He likes it in there. Maybe just a metagame call. What do I usually play? I'll play Punishing Jund. Last week I played Esper Deathblade, and I went 3-0 with that. That felt really good. This week I was going to play Elves, and I did not get to play. Yeah, that's what I play as far as Legacy goes. But I play pretty much every format. So
there's about 6 minutes left
6 minutes left
in the round.
Alright.
If you want, you can throw up table 2. There's some guys just playing for fun at the moment. If you want to switch over.
People
These
are
guys,
playing
These guys
just
just
for
started
fun?
playing a Legacy match.
All right, let's turn this on then.
They're not going to be able to finish.
Finish, for sure.
Right?
All right, so what have we got here? These are definitely not the deck names that I have below.
It actually looks like we do have a Grixis Delver deck. And you can change
And
that.
round 4. Yeah, it's not round 4. We're going to be in round 2, so I'm just going to switch it to round 2 here.
Go.
All right, so we've got Grixis Delver versus... What have we here?
Yeah, it might be a Miracles build with...
Miracles or a Deathblade deck?
Yep.
Stoneblade deck?
Yep, could be either one of those. More likely a Blade deck.
Esper something, yes. Esper Deathblade, hopefully. Played that deck last week. I liked it. Oh, we got a Daze. That's not in most Deathblade decks, is it?
Right? It's like
Although
that.
I've seen some 4-color Deathblade decks. Jordan was talking to me midweek, and he was talking to me about this 4-color Deathblade deck that he found and that he's been working on. it plays like 3 Leovold and like 4 True Name, you know, and it has the Death Rights and it has all that stuff. But it also has white for Stoneforge, and it played 3 Dazes.
Crazy.
And that was the card that I looked at and I went, wow, that doesn't look like it fits.
Yeah.
But obviously it does, because people keep running them.
Yeah. Force battle going on for this Pyromancer. So, do we broadcast Commander?
As of right now, no.
Yeah, we've been broadcasting almost entirely Legacy with a little bit of Draft, actually. It seems like Commander matches are more casual, right? People are certainly playing them.
Yes.
But I don't think a lot of people... I personally have a hard time watching Commander. There's a lot of downtime.
Yes.
And sometimes every now and then it's an interesting play. It's more about listening to the Commander players, actually, the way they interact that's entertaining. And so as far as like...
You get to see all the politics.
Commentating on what people should have done and stuff like that, it's not quite the same thing. Whereas we have been kind of primarily the Legacy scene here for Utah.
Yes.
And so by broadcasting it, we get to show what our metagame looks like, and people can kind of prepare and get interested to come.
Yeah. Oh, Jordan, sorry. 2 Leo. My bad. I thought I saw 3. Sorry about that.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen a deck with 3 Leovolds in it, but...
Yeah, 2 Leo. My bad.
So we've got...
Yeah, Legacy has been our choice, not only because we are pretty much the only Legacy scene in Utah.
There is a story now running it on Sundays, but...
Yeah, but for the most part.
Right.
For the most part. And then the other thing is Legacy has so many interactions and so many different lines of play in comparison to other formats that when it comes to commentating and watching a match, Legacy, in my personal opinion, is by far the best to watch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and if you want to learn how to get better, you can actually get better. Even if you don't have time to play, you can get better just by watching and listening to commentary.
Yes.
And getting an understanding for what the different decks do. Because you can play against the deck and be well positioned, but if you don't know what the deck is trying to do, you can just lose. Lose, right? So here we've got some True Name Nemesis, some Nemesi.
True Name Nemesi. Yeah, and they're doing battle against a Young Pyro and a Token and a Delver. Oh, we got the shaded back sleeve. Perfect for for a stream.
So that's a
good thing everybody knows what that does.
Off his Young Pyromancer there that he's got, and he's going to try and race here. Let's see if he can start doing more than. I don't think it's going to happen.
Looking at life totals, I definitely think he can.
It's going to be close, I guess.
It is.
It's going to be a tight race here for sure. I had a True Name Nemesis out, and I was feeling pretty good. And then I played a Young Pyromancer thinking, yeah, one or the other, right? It's going to get it done. And my opponent played a Golgari Charm on me. I was like, well, that's why you only play one threat sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Blacked out perfect fits over the Delver flip. I mean, that is what they're for. It's to make it so you can't see the flip cards through the back of the sleeve. So it makes sense. Just kind of funny for an on-stream thing. Now you can like barely see the Insectile Aberration.
Oh, he might have enough to race here. Yeah. Oh, you should attack with all of them.
I think you should have attacked with all of them.
Yeah, that's 2 more damage
well.
right there. You lose an elemental, but oh well. So I've been playing with the Golgari Charm in Sultai and Sultai True Name and Sultai, everything, right?
Yeah.
Just hoping for that time. And I've played it, I've used it, but it's usually not a blowout. And so, I'm not playing Sultai right now, but my opponent just got off the perfect. It's like, that's what I've been wanting to do for months. Yep. That's how it goes sometimes.
I don't think Golgari Charm feels better than playing against elves, though.
San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, because it's blacked out? I was going to say, wait a minute. I'm going to San Diego.
You're like what?
I want a San Diego promo black Delver Secrets. That'd be awesome.
$20 on Delver?
They just make some commons that are worth $100 each.
So yeah, Lubber, I was thinking the same thing. I felt like Delver was favored in this area.
Yep. He's got to scoop it up right there. Yeah, the second Delver made a difference.
Good thing I didn't put $20 on the other deck, or I'd owe you.
So we should be pretty close here to the end of the round, and we'll get round 2 started for you guys pretty soon. Hopefully, you don't see me on camera making all sorts of play mistakes. That'd be great.
That's the goal, though. We want to see you play. I want to commentate on you. It'd be sweet. You won your first round.
Yeah.
Chances are high.
Chances are pretty good.
I'll talk to Patrick, see what I can do. No.
All right.
All right, good luck, Bryce.
Good luck to you. Have fun.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. So it looks like the round's wrapping up. Sounds like it anyway. For Sultai, yeah. Yeah, Sultai Delver is really interesting. Although you guys saw the results for Vegas though, right? There was like every Delver deck in the top 8 was a different Delver deck. That's really interesting. It just shows how strong the strategy is in general. That it doesn't really matter what you're putting around the main part of Delver. It's pretty much going to be powerful. Really like that about it. Yeah, I actually use those blacked out perfect fits for like all my decks now. I really like them. Same with the Dragon Shield matte sleeves. They fit so much better. Because I used to use the KMC perfect fits, and like they were so hard to get in and out of a sleeve that once I found the Dragon Shields, they've been like amazing. Alright. Oh, I need to switch to... Are these guys still playing for fun, or are they getting started? Let's look over at the main table here. I'm sure we'll pick up some people here in just a moment. So... moving into round 2. Yeah, just on the thought of Delver, like I keep testing against Delver pretty much with every deck that I'm messing with, and Delver doesn't have every good matchup, which is surprising because it really is showing its strength in the format. But there are a lot of decks that beat it, so I really like where it's placed. I've heard people talk about, oh, this deck's too powerful, it's like the best deck in Legacy. But I do not feel that way personally. I really like where it is in the format. Pretty much ever since Top has been banned, Legacy has just been fantastic. You can do just about anything. Okay. Well, hopefully we're getting Bryce on stream. I want to see him butcher some plays. Delver is what? Oh, yeah. Here, let me see if I can pull it up. So Delver of Secrets is an interesting card because it has a front side and a back side. So it starts out as a 1/1. Here, let me see if I remember how to do this. Okay, there's Delver of Secrets. So it's a 1-mana blue creature. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you look at the top card of your library, and you may reveal that card. So it's an option there. If an instant or sorcery card is revealed this way, then you transform Delver of Secrets. So obviously the point of playing Delver, you want a lot of instants and sorceries that can flip the Delver, right? And then these decks will play things like Ponder and things like Brainstorm to set up the top cards of your library so that you know that your Delver is going to flip on your upkeep. And that's what makes this card so powerful, is that once it flips, it becomes Insectile Aberration, and all it is just a 3/2 flying creature. So the reason that this card is so good is that the decks that it plays in, it's a 1-mana 3/2 flying creature. It puts so much pressure on your opponent so quickly, and you have all these instants and sorceries to interact with your opponent, so they're going to try to kill your Delver, and you're just kind of not going to let them kill the Delver. And the Delver will go all the way. Jeez, I can talk. So yeah, that is that. Plus, sometimes you can just peek at the top card. I mean, if that's how you want to do it, sure. Alright, looks like we actually have a player sitting down. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, so Aaron Harris, the reason I'm talking about Delver is people actually call a full deck Delver, not just the creature, because the deck plays a strategy so that revolves around Delver, and that's why the deck has the name. Before draw. Oh yeah, that's true. There's a lap on screen. There is a lap on screen. You were right. Now if we could get a second lap, that'd be fantastic. I see pants. Yep, somebody's there. They might even play Magic, maybe. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to watch Magic. That'd be great. I'd much rather be doing that right now. Read his messages. I think we just barely got past the part where we can't quite read the cards on the screen. I don't think we're gonna be able to read his texts. He's probably just texting his mom. It's fine. Just letting her know that he's probably not gonna make dinner. That's what I'd be texting my mom right now. So. Okay, so I did just hear that pairings are up. Zoom and enhance. Enhance further. Enhance again. Can't quite see it. Enhance. Yeah, sorry. I'm looking, but I can't find the zoom or the enhance button. Super unfortunate. I should talk to Brian about that. Like, what kind of tech is this? It's garbage. All you can do is just turn on a camera. You can't even zoom or enhance. It's ridiculous. Yeah, military grade.
Okay, we got this thing.
Tuesday Legacy? Yeah, Delia Bear. Yep, it is Friday. Just letting you know.
I'll take the captain's chair.
No,
I'll be the navigator.
You'd be over
captain.
here?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me get the stream.
Look at this.
Everything going.
We got a guy who actually knows what he's doing. We were talking about random stuff.
That's what they say. They say that I know what I'm doing.
Well, nice of you to come. I appreciate it.
Finally made it up. So it looks like we're gonna have
Daddy's home. Got it.
I forgot to suit up, guys.
Get
I'm
somebody
sorry.
who knows what they're doing in the driver's seat.
It's like a funeral. I suited down. Oh, damn it. They had these backwards. Paul's on lands. I forget what Rafferty's on. Jeff, what are you playing?
Do you want me to go find out?
Yes, do it. Quickly, please. Thank you. You're great.
Right, who's on lands?
Paul is.
Oh.
Jeff is on the right. And I'm going to check the backup cam. Kyra's doing so well. Yeah, he is. Kyra is great.
DNT.
Death and Taxes. Well, this will be fun. Lands
Yeah,
versus Death and Taxes.
This is a sweet matchup.
Especially since that was Paul's old deck, and so he's like super used to it, right?
Yeah.
He's just going to be like, I win this thing.
Interesting. Paul didn't even he played lands on Tuesday and did super well with it, right? And then he had this like weird misplay that everybody apparently he like crop rotated and went and got like 2 different lands somehow, and everybody was like freaking out, even though if he had just gotten Tabernacle, the game would have been over anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just
it was really odd, but he's going to be playing lands here again.
I'm pretty sure it was just a tiredness issue.
I'm sure. Once it's getting to round 4 on Tuesdays, people are pretty tired.
Yeah.
Everybody's got work the next morning.
Which is so funny that everyone on Tuesday wants to play 4 rounds, and on Friday, so the thing is with 3 and 4 round tournaments in LGS, if people don't want to spend more than $5, like, it's not possible. Yeah. Time extension.
So our feature player just came in and he goes, "Hey, can we get a time extension?"
Just to make sure that everything's good to go. Yeah, I can get back.
Okay, cool.
We got plenty of space back here.
Yeah, we do. So much better than our closet. I felt like Harry Potter in there.
We finally came out.
Finally came out.
Look at us. On the back table, just so we all know, it's John. It's on lands, and Bryce on whatever Bryce is normally on. Bug Delver.
Yeah.
So if we get to that match, we'll let you guys know. But they're chugging along while we wait for this lens one. So you can watch the beginning of. Why am I saying Bug Delver when he's obviously not on Bug Delver? Shut up.
I don't know.
Shut up. Bryce is on.
Yeah, Aaron, we actually broadcast every Tuesday, starting around 7, and then we broadcast Legacy on Fridays as well, and then there's judge classes
on Wednesdays.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it lasts for about an hour on
3 times
Wednesdays.
Yeah, an hour.
And you'll live stream and see the person who's actually presenting. You'll see the presentation in the window, so you'll be able to read everything that's going on and see the cards they're talking about. Then there's recording, so if you want to go back and check up on judge classes and learn what you need to do.
Every time I do a stream or I, play in a tournament, I love going back and watching the stream.
Thanks, Harris.
I love that I can do that.
We love to be live streaming. We want to be one of those places that you can come for literally everything.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're watching this match right now. We'll switch to the other one in a minute, but I kind of want to watch this because I really enjoy watching these two players. That was a great life.
Okay, so you actually are going to keep these guys on.
Let's keep these guys on for now, and then we'll switch back and see what's up.
See, I told Bryce that we were going to watch him, and that we were going to watch him butcher his plays.
It's just what happens. The thing is he won't realize it until after the tournament
that
we were watching him the whole time.
So mean to the players that we just barely got.
Yeah,
they're on table 1. Think that we're watching them the whole time.
I mean, it's okay. They were still shuffling when we got into this. So there's another life from the loam in. Let's do Taylor. Taylor's probably the easier name.
Yeah. So this Deathrite Shaman is the perfect thing for Bryce to have on turn 1 to interact with this lands deck.
Yeah, if he can keep a land in play. There's a wasteland in Taylor's hand though.
Yeah.
I can't even spell Taylor. Look at me.
Taylor. Nice work.
Shut up. Shut up. Well, at least I didn't say Taylor. Kyler. Right?
No, that's Bryce's nickname for me. You can't call me that.
Yeah, you're right. I can't do that. Because not even basics are safe. Nope. Not even basics are safe.
Not even basics.
Life is hard. Well, he got rid of one of the life from the limbs. There's a Punishing Fire sitting there in Taylor's hand.
So does he not have a second land? Oh, it's just it's a wasteland.
So currently we do not have subscriptions. We do see when people follow, but we don't have announcements on our stream when people are following. So when you follow, thanks everyone for following. Obviously, we've gone from literally 0 followers to 316. So it's been a great ride for. I guess we started this in April. Was when we started streaming.
Yeah, that's not very long.
No, it's only been about 2 months.
Yeah.
3 months now, yeah.
Yeah, and there was a couple weeks where we had like 60, 70 viewers.
Uh-huh.
I was feeling great.
Doing good stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously, usually Fridays are slower, but...
Yeah.
Because everyone's out playing FNM.
Yeah,
and then, when the East Coasters get home from FNM, some of them will tune in.
Uh-huh.
Tear's so good.
Tear.
You're right. Good job, Lobert.
So he destroyed the land with a
Wasteland?
wasteland. Yeah.
Okay.
Or was it the Ghost Quarter, right?
Has this Ghost Quarter just been played another time? There's another
Yeah.
Ghost Quarter in Taylor's hand. Oh my goodness. We have an affiliate sub button? We have... Hey! Rashad Port is our first subscriber.
Awesome.
Good job, yo. I see this now. I actually do see subscribers. So I will be working. Thank you, Rashad Port. You are our first subscriber. You're the greatest.
Ever.
Congratulations, #1 subscriber. I'll try and make something or get something put together so we are notified when subscribers come in.
Yeah.
And also...
Ghost.
Ghost. You can totally ghost this game. You can totally ghost live games.
Yeah.
That works. But I'll try and get something special out to you, Rashad, for being sub #1.
Yeah, that's super awesome.
You're right. I should get on Streamlabs and do that thing. I'm just a lazy butt. I'll do it. I promise. I swear I'll do it for Tuesday, and Rashad will be announced as #1 sub.
But wait. I thought we don't have a stream Tuesday.
Oh, we don't.
See that? He just tried to give you a blank promise.
We do not have a stream this coming Tuesday.
We do not.
No.
That is
Well, it's the
super
4th of
sad.
July. It's the 4th of July. Like, everyone, go out and blow things up and drink and do whatever you're going to do on the 4th of July. Like, I don't want you watching Legacy. I want you doing other stuff with your life for one day out of the year.
For one day. Every other Tuesday.
Every
you
other
need to be
Tuesday,
watching.
you need to be watching the stream.
For sure.
Yep, you're right. It does require to do things, but I should do that. Anyways, but really, Rashad, thank you. Like, it's spectacular. We've been hoping for that subscribe button to show up for a couple weeks now since we became an affiliate.
Hey, we just got another subscriber.
We did.
See this? Jorgensen.
There we go. Look at you, Jorg.
Thanks, guys.
Schadenport and Jorgensen.
Look, we even have a point
Woohoo!
total. We have a point total. On our stream, it says 2 subscribers, and then it says 2 sub points. I don't know what you do with sub points, but
Well,
yeah.
I mean, we can accept dust and we can accept subscribers. So,
Jeez, maybe now I need to go in sub.
I probably do too with my Prime subscription.
Oh yeah.
Let's do that thing.
I am not going to do it right now.
Shh.
Doing it on my phone.
Shut your mouth.
My doing it on my phone's obnoxious.
It really is.
I'll get on Twitch after this here live stream.
I'm doing it right now. I'm a bad person. So much LD. Yeah, I mean, when you have 2 lives and all that, like...
Jorgensen got up off of his butt to subscribe for us.
Jorgensen, you're the greatest.
I'm touched.
Second greatest.
Right here.
Rashad
right
Port's
there.
the greatest.
Seriously. Yeah, so Aaron, just a little explanation on what's going on. The deck on your left, the lands deck, it plays with a lot of utility lands, and their goal is to either lock the opponent out or win with this.
So Aaron, just a little explanation on what's...
Whoa.
There we go.
And then they have a 2-card combo, and one of the cards is actually in their on their board. It's called Dark Depths.
Man,
it's
I
the
have
one
to
with the
get
counter
I
on
have to
it.
go do it. I have a computer here, so in between rounds, I'll go and subscribe.
Once all the counters are gone off of Dark Depths, then they get a 20/20 indestructible flying creature called Merit Lage.
It pretty much just says you win the game. That's pretty much what Dark Depths
Basically.
says.
And the way that they get the counters off of the Dark Depths is they have a card that copies the Dark Depths, but when you copy it, it doesn't have any counters on the copy, and so you kind of just get to cheat it that way, and you make it 20/20. And that's usually how they win. But as you can see right now, he's got Bryce completely dead on land.
Bryce is literally like, "Where's my next fetch land?"
Now the two Deathrite Shaman that he has is keeping him in this game something fierce.
Oh, seriously?
Like he's actually able to do something with no lands with these Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is as soon as as soon as Taylor gets his Thespian Stage into play, he wins the game.
Yes.
So if there's a crop rotation or anything that ever shows up, he just wins.
Crop rotation can be countered, but yeah, if he just draws the Thespian Stage or yeah. All right, so we actually have okay, so this is probably the best possible scenario I could have imagined for Bryce, given what we were just looking at. He was able to cast a True Name Nemesis, which is the only creature in his deck that cannot be targeted by the Mazavith. So now he actually has a clock. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's about 2 turns, right? And this mana bond isn't spectacular, but obviously Bryce is just going to get in and stop it. He puts himself to 15 doing it, though.
Right. There's not a whole lot to force of will in this matchup, so I think he's just going to take that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you hit that, or you hit a gamble, you hit an early exploration, maybe. Like those are your good options. You don't want to be hitting Thespian State, or not that. Sorry, Life from the Limbs. Like that's not a great option.
Oh my goodness! So he ghost quarters the Underground Sea, and then plays his land for the turn, which is a wasteland.
I mean, lands is kind of hitting the wrong side of his deck. He doesn't have any of his good colored mana.
Deathrite Shaman's picking apart his graveyard.
Yeah, so any Life from the Loam or whatever hits, and it's just not worth anything. And I mean, it's a turn away, literally.
Yeah.
Bryce is gonna be able to do 5 damage here, just Lightning Bolt Deathrite Shaman, and then kill him on his attack.
Yeah, he basically has to find. Yeah, and he didn't find it. I was gonna say he has to find Thespian Stage. What else?
Glacial Chasm.
Glacial Chasm.
Because that means he can't do it.
But he's been picking the graveyard so dry that the Life of the Loam in his hand just looks awful.
Why are we looking at the Fork Bolt?
Because he has a Fork Bolt in hand.
I thought he had a Lightning Bolt.
Fork Bolt.
The bottom card is a white border, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I didn't see that one.
Maybe it's a Fork Bolt.
I saw a Fork Bolt.
Maybe I'm bad at what I do.
Maybe.
So he's going to eat Ghost Quarter, Mana Bond. Never mind. He's going to eat his own Ponder.
Mana Bond's an enchantment, right?
Yes, it is.
So
You're
yeah,
right.
so you
bad
can't. Yeah, you can't exile the Mana Bond.
That's why they're still there.
But he exiled his
a
own
Lightning
Ponder.
Bolt on top.
So he's gonna get in, put him to 3, and this should do it if he has a burn spell. Oh, so it is.
I told you that. I told you the thing. There is a Fork Bolt there too, though. Making sure you get players.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Fork Bolt is magic. It's magical. Lightning Bolt. He still wins. Good job, Bryce, winning 1-0. So, chat, this is up to you. Do you want to watch the rest of this match, or would you like to switch to Death and Taxes versus Lands on the other side?
Let's switch it up while they're shuffling, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right, Jesse Kunz. Like, Glacial Chasm actually does
drain life loss. Yeah, but
he
has to get instant sorceries into his own graveyard.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of instants and sorceries, and not only that, but he was so tight on mana that it would have taken him several turns to win with the Deathrights, which, yes, he was going to win with the Deathrights, but if he wanted to win sooner, then, like, the Glacial Chasm would have stalled that win for multiple turns, is what I'm trying to say.
It turns off, essentially, a Lightning Bolt a turn, which is what, what's it called? True Nemesis is worth. Yeah, I mean, that was a great showing by Taylor, but sometimes you just run into your deck not showing you the answers you need. If he sees a gamble or a crop rotation, whatever, you can probably get out.
I'm actually just amazed that Bryce pulled that game out.
Turn 1 Deathrite Shaman is the thing.
Yeah, Deathrite's great.
Like, if there's ever a reason to ban a card in Legacy, that would have been it. But honestly, Deathrite Shaman doesn't need a ban.
No. It actually makes it so many decks can function.
It makes so many decks can function. It's also a good police on the format. It just polices it so well, where you say Reanimator is not out of control and Storm is not out of control.
And Jesse, Deathrite is just amazing. But what's so good about it is that it doesn't just break any deck. It's in so many decks and it helps so many decks function. It's not like another card that you've seen in a format that's just breaking one deck, making one deck stand out among, higher than everything else. Deathrite doesn't do that. It enables all sorts of decks. And
That's so true. Yeah. It enables, like, it makes Delver the deck it is. Because without Deathrite Shaman, Delver just doesn't have the finishing power that it needs.
right.
Because if Delver is like, I resolve 2 Deathrite Shamans, good luck. Like, it's a thing.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on. So here's a card we don't see every day. Even though they're packing it up, he's got a Tabernacle.
Yep. So Paul has been playing Death and Taxes and slowly building his way into lands. Picked up his Tabernacle. It's like, well, I guess the only things I need now are like groves and taigas. And he's like, oh, you need to pick me up Drop of Honey, and then it became like a $300 card or whatever it's at right now. And that's just life. Well, anyways, this is 1-0 for lands. So lands took it down against Death and Taxes, which that seems kind of the way that it is, because lands is like, that's cool, I don't care about you taxing me.
Especially if you have the Tabernacle, because isn't that just your best card against something like Death and Taxes?
Tabernacle and Glacial Chasm, yeah.
Yeah.
You just say, cool, your creatures are useless.
The Death and Taxes actually has a ton of ways to interact with lands, but
lands have
they're not
so
always
much
gonna find
inevitability.
It does.
That's the
Yeah,
rough
interesting. 2 lands decks in the room today. 2 of them.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's more.
I mean, there are more players that own lands right now.
I mean, I've seen we saw an aggro loam list last week. We've seen some other loam decks, but 2 actual lands builds.
Turn 1
And
exploration.
here we go.
It's Force, Pitch, Spell Pierce.
I think that's good.
We're off to the races. No. What just happened on the other side of the thing was Death and Taxes decided to scoop against lands. Lands just had so much inevitability.
Yeah, once you know you're dead, you can just pack up your cards and concede the game.
Yeah, I mean, once your opponent has Punishing Fire and Glacial Chasm and
Tabernacle,
it's just like
you could probably just be done.
Yeah, you could probably just be done.
It's a lock at that point. You're not going to be able to keep any creatures on the board.
Yeah. I love this Tireless Tracker. Tireless Tracker is one of the coolest things that I think that's happened to lands with modern technology.
Yeah.
It allows them to just get really big, essentially unwieldy creatures to deal with. Because, you see this crop rotation that's sitting there in Taylor's hand, and if he doesn't draw a land, which he's likely to do, he just crop rotates one of his Lesbian Sages for a fetch land, fetches, and then now he can draw a card and puts another land into play. You know, he can get up to 3 lands into play and start putting tons of counters on this 3/2. And that Delver didn't flip, because you know who can't blind flip Delvers? It's Bryce. He's the only one. Because he's the only one.
Yeah, Jesse agreed. Deathrite just not only enables decks, but it actually keeps a lot of the decks that could be considered broken in check.
Yeah.
And it's not a card that absolutely shuts down these broken graveyard decks. It doesn't shut them down. It's just good against them.
Yeah. Well, it can become a shutdown if it's allowed to stay for long enough.
Yes.
But it by itself is not the shutdown.
No. And you're not always going to have it on turn 1, right? Mm-hmm. Unless you're just the luckiest person ever.
Maybe you are the luckiest person ever.
I definitely don't play my death rates on turn 1 every time.
Frequently, when I'm playing against Blackroad Reanimator, I do, and then they reveal a chance with the Annex. Or I could, and they reveal a chance with the Annex, and I'm just like, please no. Please don't do that. I would like to actually play spells this game. Well, look at that. Fighting back with Wastelands of his own. Well, knowing that this crop rotation exists in Taylor's hand makes this Wasteland so much worse because he sat on it.
Yeah, he did.
We swing through for 3.
For 4. It's got a +1/+1 counter on it.
We
Brian.
swing for 4. I know how
he's gonna try to race the Delver deck, which if Delver doesn't ever flip, then I guess that's something you can do.
I mean, it's not unheard of.
Get rid of Force.
Right? It's 10-17.
The lands deck is out aggroing the Delver deck. What is going on?
That's spectacular.
That's going to be on table 1, right?
Sorry, I'm just hearing a lot of stuff. But I'm hearing a little bit of bleed over. We need to, if we want to mic them up, we should mic them up directly.
Right.
I'm a lazy person.
Whatever. We run a great stream.
You're right. Right. Yeah. Except the thing where I don't have the
Well, let's get a vote.
Streamlabs built and all that. And I don't
Let's
have
get a vote. Hey, chat. There are 14 of you at the moment. How many of you like this stream, as far as just a stream goes, more than what Wizards does?
Laziness breeds. You're not wrong. Laziness does breed innovation. It's like, how can I not do work?
Never be ashamed of that.
There are a lot of times where I ask myself, how can I not do work? And I figure out ways to not do work and still get things done.
Mm-hmm.
It's the greatest. Most of it involves telling other people to do work.
You there. You're perfectly capable of doing stuff that I'm capable of doing. Go on.
Go. That's bad. I'm not always that bad.
Yes.
Paragon City is greater than WotC. Wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad that we win because we stream Legacy. Hey, look, the Delver flipped, but Delver player is at 5 life.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any green. Well, there's no creatures in the graveyard anyway.
There's no creatures in the graveyard anyway.
He's gonna have to start chumping this.
Okay, do we have a... I mean, I guess the Delver can chump, but it's like, do we have a Punishing Fire? Yeah, he's going to throw it in front. That's fine. And this allows us to Punishing Fire that Delver Secrets out of the air. Yeah. And then win next turn.
And then we're looking at a game 3, right?
Then we're golden. Well, the thing is Taylor has 2 ways to win next turn. What's going on? Watch is pretty much following.
That's what I was laughing at. Oh my guys, goodness. That is honestly how I feel about Wizards of the Coast stream. I'm being serious. I facepalm constantly throughout their streams.
Well, you have problems with Marshall Sutcliffe.
I do not like Marshall Sutcliffe. I'm sure he's awesome as a person, but as a commentator, I really do have an issue.
Uh-huh.
I don't hate him. Come on. He's not the only one either. There are multiple.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, he's there for the less enfranchised players. Like the great thing about Legacy is, as we're streaming it, we're all enfranchised players. We all know pretty much what's going on. It's like an old boys club, with some girls in the mix. But it's kind of like an old boys club where we can just kind of chat and just have a whole bunch of fun. So it's a whole different game, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm surprised Taylor hasn't just gone for this crop rotation, Thespian Stage, Dark Depths win. I guess he just wants to be like, I'll beat you fair and square with my 12-12.
Well, Delver doesn't have ways to kill a creature like this, right? This is
not at this point. If he had a Forked Bolt or a Lightning Bolt early on, he
by the way,
this is a way to do it.
I think this is Grixis Delver. I don't think this is 4-color.
I thought I saw. He might just be playing the Death Rites.
Oh yeah, he's playing Death Rites.
Yeah,
you run
for the
run
green.
one.
I don't think he has anything else. Sorry, this is 1-1, guys. 1-1. I know how to watch Magic.
See, so a lot of the feedback that I just got from chat is that we're not necessarily the better stream, but since we're streaming Legacy, it does put us over the edge.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't afraid of the Wasteland. I think he just wanted to win with the 3-2 that became like a 9-8 or whatever. So.
Oh my goodness, CPT, I totally agree with that. I agree with that so much that I probably would have said it close to word for word. I've heard a lot of people don't like Cedric Phillips. I've heard a lot of people don't like Patrick Sullivan.
I have beef with Cedric Phillips.
Yeah, see,
that's me.
Yeah, and I've heard people say that, but I agree. I personally agree with you.
I don't have beef with his commentating skill.
Oh,
he's a great commentator.
Cause
I have beef with him personally. Just
seriously,
I was like, bro, you need to you're the face. You and your people are the face of your company. You need to not be disparaging one of the best formats.
Right.
And he's like, you're wrong. And I'm like, whatever, Cedric.
Yeah. No, but
because I'm defending Legacy players. I'm so bad.
They're commentating as their chemistry as commentators. I don't actually know that there is a better commentating duo than those two
right now.
No, as of right now, I have not seen one. I will say this: LSV is probably a better commentator than either of them single-handedly, and you can probably just put about anybody with LSV, and you're going to enjoy the commentary, which I like. But
you know who I would love to see in commentary with LSV? Ian Duke. Ian Duke LSV commentary would be spectacular. Hagen and BDM. You're so right. They're so.
Oh,
that is so Kappa right there.
all right. BDM, whatever. Like that guy is like as mediocre as you can get it.
BDM is a great historian. He's great.
Well,
he's great at the roles that he was
Hagen.
hired for. Yeah,
like they both know everything about the past.
Hagen is so good at like directing the cast and kind of being like the interim like person that you can go through, but he's not the. I don't know. I wouldn't want him. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chapin is.
No, I don't think Chapin's a great commentator. He knows
he's a spectacular Magic player.
Unbelievable Magic player.
Yeah.
But I don't think.
I think his way, he can break down the game very well, but I don't think his commentating is quite as up to par as all Sviz is.
I love how we're talking about this, and like you and I probably don't really even compare to a lot of these people.
Oh, it's
but
probably true.
Whatever.
It's probably true.
We're not exactly trying to, right?
No, we're trying to enjoy ourselves and let people watch Legacy. That's why we're talking about commentators and not actually talking about them. We should probably get back to this match.
For sure. Well, it just started.
I know.
You can jump in. Perfect time to jump in.
Yeah, so there was a Ghost Quarter on this polluted delta that he brainstormed in response to and saw his second land, which is a tropical island. I don't believe there might be a fetch land underneath that force of will. Oh, there's a fetch land right there. I'm bad at Magic, apparently. But there's a Gurmag Angler that's probably coming down pretty soon. Jeez.
Stifle
the trigger.
Okay,
there we go. So we can play. So we play fetch land here and play a Gurmag Angler, right? Fetch land Gurmag.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, because you've got all 7 of your mana.
Wait, is this talking about Chapin still?
I think we're still talking about.
Okay.
Captain QC is all about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, sometimes. That stifle there was on point, though.
Yeah, the stifle was fantastic. It not only saves one of his lands, but it made Taylor's entire turn go to waste. And now he has a 5/5 on the board, and lands doesn't really have a good way to just deal with this 5/5.
I mean, it's the same Maze of this
Glacial Chasm
thing. But there's
he has no lands.
Yeah, well, there's wastelands in Bryce's deck, and so he just sees a wasteland. It's like, cool. Hey, look, another Gurmag Angler, because Magic is a fair game to play.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know Mazavith and Glacial Chasm deal with it, but I'm just saying
there's not a great thing, especially when he has no lands to play. You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is with the board state so as dead as it was when the angler hit, that's a ton of pressure to deal with when you actually have an empty board, no permanents on the battlefield.
It's so true. It is. His rebuilding from there is tough, and he's got this crop rotation that can get him like a Glacial Chasm or something. But it's not. I mean, it's not like. It's not like Taylor is in a great position. He has outs, but he's not in a great position. So.
Yeah, he's down to 7.
I'm surprised he hasn't crop rotated for a Glacial Chasm yet. No, Maze does not deal with that True Name Nemesis. That was a solid play. Bryce has this game. I feel pretty much under wraps.
I think so too. We do. There are absolutely cards in Taylor's hand that can. Oh, see if this just gets countered. This okay.
See if it gets countered, it's just over. He just loses that.
Right.
Game. But didn't he have a forced blue card?
Yeah,
right
he
there?
did. Yeah, he did. He just decided to.
I guess he's holding it for the crop rotation. So Glacial Chasm doesn't lose.
Yeah.
He doesn't lose to a Glacial Chasm.
Yeah, I mean the True Name Nemesis isn't winning the game or getting him back into it by any means. It's just letting him live for a turn. He'd much rather keep the
exploration.
And exploration doesn't do anything.
No, it's okay, Aaron. We never talk about the match when we commentate, right? If he makes a 20/20 next turn, he wins, right?
I guess technically.
So.
With help from
Archetype of Endurance, it does. Because it loses. No, it only loses hexproof.
Yeah, that's just Shroud.
Yeah, it's protection from.
Yeah, this is protection.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
What removes protection? I don't know if there are cards that remove
there are only cards that remove abilities in general.
I don't know if there's
like
anything.
well, like humility and
Yeah, you could do humility.
yeah. If humility will do it.
Well, for everyone, that was 2-1 for Bryce. So we'll punch that in, and then we're going to switch to our other match and catch up with where they are. So we're going to go.
That was a great match, and Bryce is taking it down. Maybe we get to see him in the finals with this Grixis Delver deck.
Yeah, that was spectacular. You don't see. Whew, jeez, that was some real big fish.
And for those of you who do not know, Lands is super favored in the Delver matchup. Just saying.
Yeah, you're right, Jorgensen. I mean, that's another way. This damage can't be prevented, or things this way cannot be prevented and do that. I mean, yeah, humility plus merit rage does not work too well.
No.
We're just thinking of outs.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even thinking of outs. I was just thinking of a card that actually does it. That actually gets rid of protection.
It's so true.
I wasn't trying to find a card in his deck that got rid of protection. The answer is none.
0. And the Tabernacle doesn't win it for him there. Like, literally.
He had 5 lands in play at the end of that game.
Yeah. I mean, Bryce is just like, I'll just hard cast. He just achievement unlocked hard cast Force of Will against a lands deck. So, achievement unlocked.
That'll do it, right?
That will do it. Every day of the week and twice on Fridays.
And twice on Fridays. Just to make sure.
Just to make sure. Well, we shuffled up drawn for game 3, it looks like. So I'd assume that Paul is on the play here. And this hand, 3 Stoneforge Mystics and a Sword of Fire and Ice. Do you keep that hand? Looks like Jeff is not interested in it. I wouldn't be either.
I don't think so. Yeah, I wonder if these decks actually will incorporate white into their deck for it.
I mean, you bring in a Savannah instead of one of your other lands or whatever, and you have Mox Diamonds anyways.
They don't really have. Yeah, they have Mox Diamonds. They're not going to have a problem with color. They never do.
Well, that's not always true.
No, but they could easily get a white source in and maybe put Solemnity in their sideboard. Because you don't want to just bring in Solemnity to combo. You're already pretty good at comboing.
I mean, I think main decking Solemnity, 1 or 2 of, is not bad. Like, you don't want to see it in your graveyard, obviously, but the thing is, if you get it down, like, it's a way to beat Infect. Where, if you don't have your Mazeth or whatever, Infect can be pretty hard.
Right.
I don't know, I think Solemnity could be interesting. I'm not sure it's necessarily going to be the first thing that people do. But it allows them to play Path instead of Punishing Fire and things like that. Although Punishing Fire is an alternate win con.
Yeah, it is.
So
1 damage at a time.
1 damage at a time.
I've done it before, and I'll do it again.
Like your mother wanted.
So who's on top? Right now these players are tied up.
Yeah, just play Turbo Depths. You're right. Just play Hexmage. You don't need other ways to combo. Carnage is right. So right. You're so right. Turbo Depths is the only deck to play. Why even play the solo lands?
That's Solemnity is not the only card that also combos in this new set with Dark Depths.
Which one? Which other ones?
There's a brand new artifact that it's a 3-mana artifact, and then it has an activated ability that you can pay 2, and the artifact becomes a copy of target land, creature, enchantment, or artifact.
Yep.
And so you can just make it a copy of Dark Depths. I mean, that one's probably not great, but I could see it like as a one of if they feel like they're gonna get hated out in that way.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, the thing is, it's worse against like Phyrexian Revoker and stuff. But it's a way that if your Thespian Stage gets Pithing Needle, you're just like, this thing, get a 20/20.
Well, what I like about it as like a one of is, first off, 3 mana is not really that hard to hit for the deck.
It's true.
Second off, if they manage to like get rid of Thespian Stage off of a Surgical Extraction, then you have like another card that you can get to actually make it happen. It doesn't seem bad to me. Not only that, but your opponent doesn't like to have removal against you, and you can just make it a copy of all sorts of different things.
Whatever,
yeah. It has more utility than just making a copy of
that land. You can turn it into a wasteland and you just have an extra out.
Exactly.
You can get rid of both their lands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are a lot of different ways you can use it.
You can use it for Glacial Chasm. You can do whatever, because at the end of turn, it turns off.
And just to clarify, I'm not saying that this card will go into lands and that it's going to be great in lands.
It's just an interesting possibility.
I'm just throwing thoughts out there of what it can do. That's it.
Now, the first Mother of Runes the first Mother of Runes got Punishing Fired. A Wasteland came down and got rid of the Grove of the Burn Willows. And this second Mother of Runes has been in play long enough that a second Punishing Fire won't do it. But we got something else.
Yeah. I did know that, Jesse.
Yeah, it turns off cumulative upkeep.
Right. And that might be a reason to mainboard 1 or 2, right?
Doesn't Wasteland feel so bad when you're playing against a Life from the Loam? Especially since this Life from the Loam just got back a Grove of the Burn Willows and a second Grove of the Burn Willows. And now this Punishing Fire is just literally going to be like, oh, bring Punishing Fire back. Target your Mother of Runes. Tap to protect it. Okay, target it again. Oh, man. Brainstorming ideas is what it absolutely is.
No, the only reason I clarified is I just feel like every time I express my opinions on a card, there's always somebody who's like, Kyra, they won't do that. Like, there's no way it'll do that. I'm like, I didn't say what it would do. I'm saying what it can do.
I mean, honestly, with all this, it's just wait and see. Like,
yeah,
I still am of the opinion that that Portent Miracles isn't spectacular. Like, it's a fine deck, but it's not backbreaking. You know, like, it's a deck that I have plenty of outs to, and many decks have plenty of outs to now. And I can be wrong.
It might just be great, is what he's saying. Who knows?
You might be right. But I'm still not playing at Eternal Weekend this year. I'm not playing at any of the Eternal Extravaganzas that I end up going to. Which we probably need to schedule our trial for Eternal Weekend. We should probably get one of those done.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah. Between now and September.
Get some
I can be lazy for a little while.
For a little while.
As long as I get it scheduled before the end of the month. But we do all love Brainstorm. Except this guy.
Wait.
No, you actually played Brainstorm.
Yeah, last week.
I know.
And not only that, but rumor has it, I played them well. Well enough to win the tournament.
Yeah. I mean, you played against an opponent who thought you went to time and then was told that you didn't go to time and then played out. And but literally,
no cards in hand anyway.
It was literally one turn. It was a one-turn difference. If you would have had 2 more turns, the game would have been yours anyways.
Here's the accomplishment. Josh Snow is a much better Magic player than I am.
Oh, spectacularly!
Like that's what made me happy about last week's win for me.
I'm calling it unimportant miracles from now on. Thank you, Captain QC. You have solved it. Unimportant miracles. Hey, look! How did this get in my graveyard? Sorry, Gamble. You just solved the problem. Jeez. Like, lands is just such a deck. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just going to take off, you know?
You can get so much value when you're playing from... You're playing sideways. You're literally playing sideways at your opponent, and your opponent's like, what the fuck? Unexpectedly important. Unimportant. Got it. Well, no, there's an un and a portent, so unportant. Where's the im?
Yeah, where'd the...
Put it together. Come on, guys.
Well, I am. That's I'm, right? Like I am.
It could just be miracles reversed. Unimportant, because there are still miracles in the deck. Got it. Solved it. Unexpectedly portent. It's got no potential.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice. In the worst kind of way. Necessary, though.
Anyways.
Yeah, and so we have... I assume this Pithing Needle is naming... Thespian Stage, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And still, this deck is able to just take over and not let fair decks do their fair deck things.
I mean, the thing that Jeff has to hit... 7. The thing that Jeff has to do is he needs to land a Sanctum Prelate on 2. If he lands a Sanctum Prelate on 2, then the game gets much harder.
Right.
Because then he can't do his thing. Life from the Loam.
Get all the goods back.
He's going to get a Wasteland back. Jeez.
Wasteland? Is that a Rashad import? And a green-red cycle that I can never remember the name of it?
Oh, Hinterland. No, it's not Hinterland Harbor. That's a blue-green.
That's a
blue-green land.
That's a blue-green buddy
it's
land.
Not even a cycle land.
See, this is why I don't guess. I just say what it is. I know what it does. That way I don't butcher it.
I've never been wrong before.
That's probably the most wrong statement you've ever had.
It's up there. It's certainly up there.
For sure.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Crucible on legs is spectacular because you're just like, oh, I'm gonna Green Sun Zenith for this thing, and I'm gonna bring my Wastelands back, and you're just gonna never play spells.
Yeah. Green Sun Zenith for your Crucible world. Seems okay.
Seems so good.
Sheltered Thicket? Is that what it is?
You might be right.
My backpack's right there. I have 2 decks with them in it. I could find it.
Sheltered. It is.
Yes.
Good job, Jorgensen. Now you're the first and a half
See,
best person.
Leave it to a sub to get us the name, right?
Only subs for days.
Right.
Well done. No answer to my 3-2. You lose. Well, he can block it for days.
Well, he's always going to block it, but I don't think that's really the point of what Tireless Tracker's trying to do here.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Crucible is gas, and it's also the
new
release
one?
promo. So go and draft on release day and get all of those things.
I think I'm going to play that in like every format, to be honest. Like, there's probably just going to be one like everywhere.
Well, and it's like you throw it in Jund, and you're just like, this is so much better than the 2-4.
So on my way down to Vegas, I'm driving with my buddy Roger, and we start just brainstorming ideas because at that time only a couple cards had been revealed from the new set, right? But this is one of the cards that had been spoiled. This Crucible on legs, is that what we called it?
That's what chat's calling it.
Okay,
I know
Crucible
people
on
have called
legs.
it
I
Crucible
like
on a
it.
stick, and
I like legs.
Crucible on wheels.
Okay, wheels works. Sure.
Well, if it's a vehicle, it does.
No, but still, I was trying to think how. Okay, obviously it's pretty easy to see where this ends up in like Modern and Legacy. Easy, right? But is this card standard playable? Because I love the Loam, the Crucible strategies, right? I'm like, how can I make this work in standard?
So does
And
Paul
then-
have an Ancient Grudge to get rid of this Pithing Needle? Right.
No, that's a Punishing Fire.
Well, but does he have one in his deck? Because if he gets
He'd
if
have
he
to
gets
board
that,
it
he
in.
wins.
I would assume you got to bring in Artifact Hate against D&T.
I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, ha, hoo, ha, he. That's one way to do it.
Anyway,
What a loam right there. 3 lands.
finish my thought.
Continue.
Gitrog Monster. I want to break the whole Crucible thing with Gitrog Monster. That's all I had to say. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
We got Mina and Den to let us play additional lands. We got Gitrog Monster to let us play additional lands.
You just play Jen from the graveyard and play the Ghost Quarter combo and just Ghost Quarter everyone out of the game.
In standard, we don't have any.
Not in standard.
Yeah.
But you can do it in standard. Well, there's other.
See, I was really hoping
There's other LD that you.
I was
can use.
hoping that like there'd be an actual like good desert synergy, and they kind of just never printed one. It seems
It's
to
not
be like
quite there,
so.
yeah.
It's just only good and limited. You know, all the cards that come into play, and they're like,
If they had
if
like
there's
pay to tap this, sacrifice a desert, destroy target land.
oh ew, no.
That would be a fair card because you're essentially losing.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice a desert.
Yeah, you're losing.
Sure.
You're playing 4 lands for it. It's the going rate right now for LD.
They printed so many deserts though.
I mean, your face.
You got me there.
You're right, Jorgensen. Maybe not any deck, but I think every deck would just. I mean, it might even be a fine sideboard card for Food Chain. No, probably not. But it's fine for Alurin. And you have like a 1 of Ghost Quarter or whatever, and you just kind of just sit there and Ghost Quarter them in the face.
I mean, there are a lot of decks that try to wasteland people out, and as it turns out.
So are we going the
It's just
long way
good.
on this Dark Depths and just literally paying? Is it 2 or 3 per?
Yeah, Jorgensen, all the deserts. That's what made me so upset about the deserts. Is it seems like they printed almost all of them to be only limited playable, right? Maybe a couple of the cycle ones we'll see play here and there, but yeah.
Oh, there's a Croson grip.
They're pretty dry. I mean, you're not wrong.
If we could high five you, QC, through the screen, like, here's my high five.
Glorious.
Well, that Croson grip just got rid of that pitting
Go
needle.
home. He probably is home, Jorgensen. Unfortunately for your.
I think
for your
all of
case.
you guys are at home right now. I don't know any better. Oh my goodness. QC wins the night. Also, that pitting needle went bye-bye to a Croson grip.
Yeah.
I'm going to reiterate that once again. Because it's just like, yeah, sure, attack with whatever you want. I have a Merit Lage. And a Punishing Fire. So you can give your thing pro one of the colors that I can block stuff with. Look at that. Carnage is into club. Oh, yeah, QC is at work. Good job, QC. Good job working hard, getting stuff done.
That sounds like he's working really hard.
So much work. All the works.
I wish I could be working as hard as you are right now.
I mean, you are.
I know, I mean for my job.
Oh, you're right.
Like, oh.
Then you're free! Well, I guess just enough time to watch the last match. The last match of our Legacy FNM,
Yeah.
and then you get to head out. It's you timed it perfectly. Let's see. Bottle full of bub. I love 50. Anyways. Because it's your birthday.
No, funny, close to my birthday.
Sipping Bacardi like it's
For sure, Jesse. And they've been like super careful about that stuff, which is why all these standard bannings have been so funny to me. is that they keep printing stuff and they're like, okay, let's make sure it's dumbed down. We don't want to break any of this stuff. And then they just broke the entire format. 5 cards get banned. Like, that's what it took to make the format somewhat playable. But no, we can't make deserts any good. Or desert synergies.
Well, it's like you and I have played through some very powerful standards.
Yeah.
And I mean, you played through more than I did the last Cobblade standard.
I've played through every standard since I started playing Magic.
Yeah, so I played through Ravager standard. So I knew I played through the Banning of Disciple of the Vault and Ravager in standard. I played through both of those. Like that was when I was starting competitive Magic. You played through Cobblade. Like, what other bannings have we really seen since like Urza's Legacy since then? I mean, it's just like
exactly.
we've been around for all of those bannings. It's just like, yeah, now we're sitting through these and it's like, okay, whatever. Like they banned Felidar combo and you're just like, really? Okay. That was so unfair.
Oh my goodness.
Well, as long as Carnage is coming up with the full parody song, because I can't think of it while I'm casting. Too much hard work that's going on right here behind the screen. And also, testing his cell phone battery. He's got to make sure that if anyone calls, he still has enough.
All right, so we had a swords. Now the lands player's at 40. and I happen to know that Jeff has another swords in hand. So there's going to be another Dark Depths activation.
Well, I mean,
Merit
there's another life from the loam, another Dark Depths, and there's an exploration in place. So literally every turn he's just like, I'll do it again.
It's seriously going to take Merit Lage number 3 to get this one done.
3rd time's the charm, right?
Mm-hmm.
He loves desserts, but only when they're covered in chocolate.
Oh, I feel the same way. The sandy kind just doesn't do it for me. I should try it with cardboard.
Oh, man.
There should be plenty of extra deserts laying around.
Oh, man. Sword Sponsors number 2. For the win. Nope. To put him to 60. We are using all of the 20 spin downs. Yep.
I have another one in my backpack. I'll run out there and give it to him if he actually ends up swordsing another.
He dropped an S on his desserts.
I think he's well aware of that. I may be wrong.
The pun was real.
Captain, you need to strengthen up that palate then. Got to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, you can go right now and just start sandpapering your mouth.
Just to be clear,
I don't need taste buds.
This stream does not recommend anybody to do that.
Paragon City Games
we are
does not endorse the views.
But
the
but
views
we
expressed
do-
by the following streamers.
but we do acknowledge that that is something that you could do if you would like.
There's potential.
You'll develop a taste for it.
Hey, we should. So there's an Albuquerque Albuquerque Pro Tour and a Phoenix GP.
Yeah,
When's the Phoenix GP? Jurgensen, we should
I
probably
think-
come and see you.
I would definitely drive down to Phoenix. I have family in Gilbert, actually, so
Gilbert is
I would
nice.
I would have a good place to stay.
Think it's a Sanctum palette.
Awesome.
Oh man.
All right, so Lance is going to finish this one up. So we got to see two Lance decks in this match. One of them won, and the other one did not.
Yeah. Wow.
And honestly, I think both matchups were good for Lance. October, yeah.
Yeah. I'm double checking right here.
Yeah, a limited GP. That's like my biggest incentive not to go. Unfortunately.
Oh, and it's the Legacy Open
Right after
in
Eternal
Washington
Weekend.
D.C. right after Eternal Weekend.
Ugh.
Life's hard. Aaron, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
We need to get something directional so it's only on the players and doesn't get all of the room noises because we've got 70 plus players
Yeah,
up there
and
right
we all-
now.
Even having a mic on the players, we really don't want their voices interfering with ours either. So it's hard. It's hard to put mics on players.
Yeah. So I was going back and I was watching early coverage in Magic, and it's really nice because you could hear the players very clearly, but they're almost like on a soundstage. So it was literally just the players talking and just the commentators,
Mhm.
and there was a little bit of confusion. But that's after Streamlabs. Once we have our subscription thing, then we'll get that one. We do have a mic on the players so we can hear what's going on in the back room, but we don't have it translating over to you guys because it's really garbled right now.
Dude, I preferred snow-covered lands too. Are you kidding? We're in Utah. Of course I want snow-covered lands.
Man. It's actually looking at housing in SLC. Nice. We do have Google Fiber. Oh,
Yeah, we do.
they're at overage charges on data. That's ridiculous. I do not envy you. But yeah, no, you're welcome. I live in Provo. Kyle lives in 20 minutes north of Salt Lake or so.
Farmington.
Yeah, Farmington. And so if you come and hit us up, we're the Legacy store to play at.
Yeah.
Who needs Phoenix anyways?
I.
I didn't say anything.
You know what? I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that one. I do not need Phoenix. I don't.
If you want some sweaty balls,
Seriously.
that's one way to do it. Okay, I'm gonna go get subscribed. I'm gonna go double check on what's going on. I will be back.
Can you grab me a water as well?
I'll grab Kyra a water too.
Thank you.
I'm
Always parched. Always parched. See, we're in Utah and it's too hot for me. Can you imagine me living in Arizona? No, thank you. Are you serious, Jorgensen?
What is he serious about?
He says that he can play Legacy 6 out of 7 days in the week. In this
Wow.
in this city.
He has, yeah. That's ridiculous.
Really, Phoenix has that much of a scene. That's incredible. Yeah. I mean, everybody's got to work, right? Like we're not going to be able to hit every tournament, but dang, that's insane. Being able to just play Legacy, like feel like playing Legacy today. All right, I think I will. Yeah, I can't quite do that here. I got to play twice a week, and I enjoy every second of it. Unless it's this week. I did not get to play Legacy this week. It's like a really, really bittersweet thing. Hey, you say sad face with MTGO, but MTGO is awesome. I mean, you get a lot of practice in with MTGO. That and let's face it, there's always somebody in every. Wow, yeah, Captain, that is a nice battery. Yeah, no kidding. Jeez, my phone couldn't even last close to that long. You know, Carnage, there is something to that for sure. Playing in paper, there's, in my personal opinion, there are many things that just trumps MTGO. When you play MTGO, you get to know all your triggers. You get to know all the little things, all the interactions, right? And it's really important to be sufficient with those. But when you play in paper, my favorite thing personally is I read people well. So when I'm sitting across from somebody, their mannerisms tell me so much more than anybody wishes it would. And this is you know, I can add that to why I play Magic well. You know, some people don't read people well, and they have to rely on just their knowledge of the game. And paper Magic is where all those things come together. So I personally like paper. Yes, same, Captain. Like the interacting, like going out and being social. I personally think it's important. Maybe not to everybody, but and you never even accidentally click on a different name with Needle. So Robert, I guess I'd like it if you could emphasize on that just a little bit, because even though I'm not sure why, I kind of understand what you're saying. Every time I watch MTGO, I feel the same way. And when I'm playing in paper, there's just,
Sorry, one of our players disappeared.
you know, a little less variance, and I really don't know why I feel that way. Maybe it's just from me observing, but I would like to hear more of what you have to say about that, because that's a cool and interesting topic.
What is?
So Robert says when you play MTGO, the deck feels too random. You can't really get as flooded or screwed in paper, in his opinion.
Yeah.
And what I was just saying is that I feel like there is truth to that, and I'm not sure why I feel that way, but I actually
I would probably
do feel
generally
that way.
agree. So it's at doing it. And Bryce is back, and then Calvin is on. Calvin is on actually on our back table.
Grixis Delver.
He's not on Grixis Delver. He's on Teamer Delver.
Oh yeah, Teamer. Yeah. It's
Or
the
Canadian.
Canadian threshold. Yeah, we'd had some people in the past be like, hey, is there any Canadian threshold players? Tonight we have one. Calvin's on it.
But he is on the back table, so
Yes.
you'll have to wait. Because we do want to watch Paul as our main match this time, because why not? Also, it's unimportant versus lands.
Man, we have seen a lot of lands this week.
Well,
A lot of lands.
the deck is still great.
Right.
And this was the old classic matchup, was Miracles versus lands, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there may be some truth to that, Robert. Because when I play, I definitely feel like I mulligan less when it's paper, and I'm just shuffling my deck, you know?
Oh, jeez.
I'm not doing anything special.
Oh, jeez. I missed this. That Mana
Mana
Bond
Bond.
just literally said...
Dumps his hand
I have
in
a
play.
turn 2 Merit Lage. Or I guess turn 3 a swing with the Merit Lage, but yeah. That is
That you're like,
nuts.
so
Now, there is a Swords in Noah's hand.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And the Wasteland.
The Wasteland gets it to predict, and he's got just perfect protection for this Merit Lage. Oh, my goodness.
That may have been the most gorgeous turn 1 against this deck that you can have.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. That turn 1 dough. Make it 2020 and
Wow.
Noah picks it up. What a game. Sometimes you just
Turn
have...
2 attack for the win in lands.
Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you just have that hand.
Wow.
Some days you wake up. Jeez. Guys, you
is
saw it here.
Unbelievable.
You saw lands just go to town. We're going to switch to our backup table where they shuffle up really quick so we can...
Lands control.
I mean, the thing is, so Paul in Modern plays Lantern Control, and so does our other lands player.
Yeah.
Taylor likes playing goofy decks. Good goofy decks, though.
Yeah.
Very good decks. Wow.
So this is Grixis versus Teamer. I'm excited to see this one. I've never gotten to commentate on Bryce playing Magic. He's always sitting next to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Isn't that how it is, though?
Yeah.
You've been able to commentate on me playing Magic a couple times.
I have, and I've also... I want to say I've commentated on another streamer as well. Or a commentator.
Rich, probably.
Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rich.
Because you guys were able to commentate on each other's...
Yeah. Back to
Jund
back.
wins. Yeah, back-to-back Jund wins.
Uh-huh. 2 tournaments in a row. Jund taking it down.
Well, I'm feeling like Canadian Thresh is in the lead here with just a single Delver in play. Bryce is tanking. He's like, I don't know.
I'm interested in hearing how you came up with that opinion. Why do you feel like Teamer's ahead? I'm confused.
Canadian Thresh?
Or sorry.
Because there's a Delver on the board.
Oh, look at that. Genius.
One of them actually has creatures in play and the other doesn't. That's how I did it.
Brian is so observant. He knows things. Important things.
You're right. I'm going to go finish subscribing to the channel.
Okay. Whoa. It just went off of studio mode without anybody clicking anything. Just saying. One has more life, Brian. That's how you know who's ahead. Idiot.
Obviously.
Idiot.
You're right. More resources means more winning. How did I forget?
I don't know. I don't know how you forgot.
Probably because I'm an idiot, like you said.
Well, I said idiot twice, not just once. All right. So what do we got here? Yeah, he would be right in a burn mirror, for sure.
Yes.
Thanks for expressing my feelings. You're welcome. Always happy to help out where I can.
I mean, it's still fine. It's like 250 or whatever.
What would we sell now?
Oh, yeah, we have Final Fantasy packs in stock, and so people that want to take their prizes in Final Fantasy can do that as well.
I don't know if you guys heard that. Brian's across the room, so I really don't know.
Shut your face.
But Brian just said that he's got Final Fantasy, the card game, in stock now. And so if people want Final Fantasy as prize packs, they are available. Which is kind of cool. I saw some people playing it, and apparently it was like a thing in Japan for a while.
It's produced in Singapore.
And finally it's just coming to the US, and apparently it's good.
So it's been around. Opus 1, we have booster packs. We don't have Opus 2, which just came out, and then Opus 3 is coming out in the end of July or the beginning of August, I believe.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I mean, the game design's not terrible. That's what I've heard. I mean, Bryce's Grixis is playing Forkbolt now.
Yeah.
I mean, Bryce has been playing Delver decks on and off pretty much the whole time I've known him here. You know, some variant of Delver or, Bug Control or whatever. And so he'll try things. He'll do the Unearth plan. He'll play with Forked Bolts. He likes to add a little spice every time. Now, we haven't seen any sort of... he's kind of playing the older school, like when Young Pyromancer was not the best threat, Grixis Delver. But he's certainly played the Young Pyro Grixis Delver.
For
He
sure.
has some pretty cool alters, as we've seen before.
Yes. Look at that. We just got our 3rd sub, and it's you.
Look at me, Twitch Prime,
Woo.
giving myself free money. That's right, Twitch. Ha ha!
Sub high.
Sub high!
didn't know it worked that way. One sub, it's like, whoa!
Got him. Well, there we go. Was that a double daze on it? No, it was a single. It was a ponder into a daze. Well, I think
we need to get... First off, I think we need to get rid of the volcanic island.
I would say that is a solid play.
And I think we need to play a land and play another...
A lightning bolt?
A lightning bolt.
Or a young pyromancer that is in Bryce's hand. Look at that. I'm just bad at watching what's going on.
Yep. Well, there's a start.
We can play Gataxian Probe and just lose. I mean, or we can hardcast Gataxian Probe. I guess that's the option. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Alright, so we know he can cast the Nimble Mongoose.
Dismember on the end?
Yes, Dismember's on the end, which is pretty dead at the moment. Spell Snare doesn't get a whole lot in these decks due to how many one casting cost spells there are. So it's really not a great hand, especially now that he's lost red mana.
I mean, you can just top deck it and win right here. Or
He
not.
can. But at this point, all Bryce needs to do is just...
He needs to deal with that.
He just needs to deal with the Delver, and he could potentially get back into this game. And just... He's going to have to draw out of it, right? He has a fetch land, so he can get red.
You need to force that Nimble Mongoose. It's a 3/3 as well. Like, you can kill it, but...
Ponder.
He needs to see a lightning
And-
bolt or a fork bolt. He need to see a lightning bolt. Yeah, it's over.
He's going to shuffle. Well, he shuffles. He can still top deck it.
You're right. You're 100% right, guy.
Jeez, he just loses hope so quickly.
Well, he didn't top deck it.
Yeah, he'll scoop it up. Yeah, he was just planning on blocking the goose, of course.
I don't even want to hear it. Don't even want to hear it. Okay, we're going back to the first table.
Excellent. This seems like a good spot to jump in. So we got an Ancient Tomb, a Basic Forest, and a Dark Depths.
How did Chalice... Oh, Chalice on one got disenchanted.
Disenchanted.
And then Ponder.
Wow.
Yas Queen. Oh, man. Yeah, he was just planning on blocking the goose, but even then. He blocks the goose and kills it and then goes. But I don't know.
Well, at that point, the Force is basically for a burn spell, right?
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Or a creature that he can't block, like another Delver. And that's probably why he's like, well, I'm just going to have to leave this True Name back.
Well, it looks like Crop Rotation is going for some way to get Thespian Stage. You got to counter this, Noah. You got to counter the Crop Rotation.
And he doesn't... Does he have
He's
one?
got a Brainstorm.
He does have a Brainstorm. Does a Brainstorm 2 Jace, a land, and I did not see the last card. I want to say it was a Predict, but that's just a prediction. And it totally is. Just saying.
You got 2 Jaces though. Those Jaces are spectacular against a Merit Lage if he forces him to do it on his own turn.
It's hard to do that, but yeah.
It is. There are ways of making them talk, but you're right. It is hard.
Especially when they know about it, right?
Yep. Yep. Life is hard. You're right. Okay. Well, there's a Merit Lage.
Found it.
Untap swing.
Brainstorm. Hold on.
There's an unexpectedly absent. Oh my goodness.
Is that what that is?
That's an unexpectedly absent. That does it.
Oh, wow.
Unless he's got some way to protect his creature from a white spell.
I would put it one card under. What would you do?
You're so right, Kyre. Jeez. How did I not know?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, that unexpectedly absent does it at least for one turn. We're going to gamble and we're probably going to go grab a life from the loam.
Yeah.
Right? Because what else do you want here? Life from the loam grabs back your combo and forces him to do it once again.
And they will.
but not 3 times.
No, no.
Well, maybe. I mean, unimportant and impotent miracles. They have a lot more draws than other decks that we've seen played today.
Right. All right, and we've got a Jace on board. Let's do this.
Let's draw some cards.
So, he's gonna.
Is he fate sealing?
He's fate sealing.
That's
I don't.
interesting.
I don't hate this.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, first off, you want to get out of losing your Jace to a punishing fire, right? I mean, I know that 3 counters is more, but he has a punishing fire. He can gamble for another. You can gamble for the Grove. There are ways that you can kill a Jace on 3, right?
what did he just gamble for? I didn't see it.
I did not see either.
It was unexpectedly absinthe. That's how he almost tasted the victory.
That's great.
Did he discard a card to the gamble yet? Yeah, there we go. Good job, guys.
All
Keeping
right,
each other
opponent,
honest.
pick one or roll a die. Sure.
It's random.
Of course, it lands on 6 because every time we name 6 as the reroll, it'll land on 6 at least twice. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but I swear it's like, okay, 6 is reroll, roll 6 every time.
Yep, and we're gonna. Well, I mean, we're just gonna life from the loam and grab back the things that we need. Life's hard. You've always wanted to try absinthe. I almost tasted absinthe once.
That just reminds me of that reminds me of How I Met Your Mother. We're a dream a baby's having.
Time is the way that planets speak.
It happened and it changed me.
Yeah, once. He almost once tried absinthe.
Almost once. I've never tried absinthe, and that's saying a lot because I've tried many different liquors.
That's what Aaron loves, absinthe.
Really?
Yeah, he loves it.
I've heard bad things.
Like, I mean, it is a psychotropic, so
Yeah.
like.
I mean, I don't really have too much of an interest, but
Have you had Malor?
I've not had Miller. No.
Well, I guess there are at least 2 different drinks you need to try.
Yeah. I'm headed to the bar right after this, so
I mean, Value Town.
maybe I'll try something new.
Maybe you will try something new.
Or maybe I'll just drink many beers.
Just many beers. All the beers.
I wouldn't say all, but many. I want to leave some for tomorrow and the next day.
Oh, okay. So you're saying you're not Xenagos?
I'm saying that the day I die is the day that you'll hear me say, I'll drink all the beers.
Okay.
Either that or if I'm just really drunk.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Try some Fernet.
Do what he says. Jorgensen knows what's up. He subbed to the channel.
Yeah. I mean, I have heard that Fernet's good. I have not tried that either. I love how you guys are just naming every drink I haven't tried. It's great. I actually have like the greatest drinking story. Well, not the greatest, but I have this friend, and Brian knows him well.
You have a great drinking story. I think we both have a great drinking story.
I have many great drinking stories, a million.
We have at least one good one from a Legacy tournament.
When I first decided that I wanted to start drinking, which I guess it's not always like a conscious decision. Like some people just kind of like end up in this situation, right? But when I started drinking, I wanted to start drinking. And so my friend thought it would be fun to do. He called it Alcohol with Matt 101. And once a week, he would drive like a half an hour, and he would bring a new liquor, something, and you know, we'd have a party at my apartment, and we would just like devour whatever he brought. So I tried a lot of different things, but I always thought that was like a great idea. It's just like once a week, try something new, right?
Yeah, it's a good way to get into it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't get a lot of mixed drinks that way, though.
That's true.
A lot of more shots than anything, honestly.
That's true.
Like hard liquors.
Christian and Aaron both love tiki stuff.
Really?
They love tiki. So
Yeah.
from what I've noticed, a lot of like drinkers really get into tiki though.
Yeah.
Because like you get to try a lot of unique stuff.
For sure.
So
Yeah, Fernet will be on my list as well.
found it.
You call any alcoholic beverage delicious, and it is worth me trying.
You've solved the format.
You solved the format,
the alcohol drinks format.
right? Yeah. So this is not how I was expecting this matchup to go, but
I mean,
Jace is
unexpectedly absent is a card.
taking this away, right?
I mean, Jace is at 13 next turn, and I guess
was-
I guess there's a punishing fire.
It was desperation, brainstorm, find unexpectedly absent, get rid of your dark depths. Sorry, Merit Lage, and then slam Jace and just start going to town.
Yep.
So, at this point, Jace is just going to win the game by itself. But Monastery Mentor is going, like, it can win the game in like 2-3 turns from this point. That's how fast of a clock Monastery Mentor can put on the opponent. Once
Yeah.
it's been resolved.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is punishing fire, so he can try and go for a punishing fire once again here, and do that. If he has another life from loam, that might be better. But
Thanks for keeping us on track, Aaron.
You're so right, Aaron.
We get distracted. Sorry about that.
we love getting distracted.
All sorts of things to talk about.
I really enjoy it. Anyways, hey Curtis, what's up? Welcome in. Thanks for watching Legacy with us. Also, we had 6 people here last night to play Captain Sonar, and we never got around to it. But for next Thursday, I have people to play Captain Sonar, so we're gonna do that thing. And then tomorrow, if you're gonna be in, I'll be in to play board games.
All right, so Punishing Fire is going to continue to try to kill this Monastery Mentor. Obviously, it's important.
Well, he's pitching important for it too. Force portent.
Awesome.
That was so force portent for him. Well done, sir. Sphere of Resistance is a card.
It's way too late for this card. It is. Yeah, it's just too late. It's probably pretty good in this matchup.
It's just too little, too late.
You're sick. You're not allowed to do this stuff.
You're right. I can't sing anything, especially JoJo. Hey, there's Mike Golding. Jeez, I haven't seen you in forever. Honeymead.
I have tried Honeymead.
I've heard
have
good things
tried
about
Honeymead.
it, and I don't even
Super-
drink.
super
I've
delicious.
heard super good things about Honeymead.
Yeah, I've actually tried many different meads, and most of them are quite delicious.
Mike, how come I haven't seen you in forever? Like, you got to come back to Utah sometime. Tell your work. The project's not finished. Let me go back. There's another pre-release coming up. You can play all the things.
All right, finding those 10 counters on the Dark Depths, because apparently we can remember.
Yeah, literally anything with honey is
Oh,
amazing.
totally agreed.
I mean, I do a lot of teas and like non-alcoholic mixed drinks, and almost everything is based in honey. Just because like there's actually a tea made from honey in Taiwan that literally you put honey in water in a bottle, shake it up, let it froth it, and leave it overnight so it ferments just a little bit. It's so good.
Jorgensen hates that you put honey in tea. You're a travesty.
You're a travesty.
Travis is working the counter.
You're
Come on.
right. I put
get real.
Well, honey and orange in like an orange-based tea or like a licorice and cardamom and stuff with honey is so good.
It really
Honey
is.
and just a little bit of milk or cream. Oh, I'm a bad person though. I hate tea and love America, so honey goes in tea. I mean, you've pretty much
A Travis tea.
Oh man,
Awesome.
that would be sweet. Yeah, we'll have. I mean, Wackiest of Wednesdays is the 19th of July, so if you're here, just come and play those $7 drafts.
So, Brian, please tell me why the trigger hasn't been pulled on this Jace. He's got 3 cards in hand. They're not good, right?
I mean, he can hard cast his. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, winning with Jace is kind of just what he wants to do, right?
I think so, but it's like he's avoiding doing it.
I don't know what the answer. I don't know why. I mean, Noah after Tuesday night was learning from Josh how to play this.
Yeah, I know.
After last Friday,
I know he just got enough counters,
So-
but like why? It's like he's debating about it, and I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
Or did
This
it
is
just get-
what you want to do, right?
he just brainstormed with Jace instead. Is that what's going on? I don't see a brainstorm his yard. I guess he just brainstormed with Jace.
Maybe he wants to have an answer for a Merit Lage in his hand before he pulls the trigger.
I think that's fine. I mean, this surgical extraction that's in his hand is not terrible. If he gets... So he plays... Oh, no! Don't do it! Don't do it! He's targeting Punishing Fire. Or is he targeting Life from the Lime? So if he's got Tranquil Thicket or whatever, I guess it's not terrible, but... Honey mead is a gamer's beverage, I've heard. Mead in general just seems like a fantasy player's dream of like beverage.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Nikos, is maybe he just wants to have an answer to a Merit Lage before he ults, which I can understand why. But yeah, I guess I get it.
I'm gonna go tell something to the front counter really quick.
Actually, I think he needs to tap more. Is that how that works with sphere of resistance or whatever? Can you cast for free the surgical extraction? Do you guys know about that interaction? Because I'm honestly unsure. So you can still just pay the 2 life because it. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Well, okay. What? Okay. Oh yeah, 2 life and 2 mana. You mean? All right. Yeah, it wasn't really relevant there, but okay. Thank you for informing me. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. All right. So Noah was able to take this one down, and we get a game 3 with these decks. Geez, watching lands all day today. Somebody needs to come and teach these lands players a lesson, right? Yeah, right. Don't need Phyrexian mana being any more busted. Oh my goodness.
So it's 1-1.
Yes, it is.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, what's happening on the back table? Back table.
Nothing.
Well, they're shuffling up again, so I guess it's 1-1. They're both 1-1. Both tables are 1-1.
Now, which match do we want to watch then?
Chat, it's up to you. Chat, do your thing.
Tell us. Do we want to see the lands versus the Portent Miracles, or do we want to see the Delver?
Impotent Miracles.
Yeah. Or do we want to see Canadian Threshold and Grixis Delver?
Watch the one that's shuffling.
All right, I see
Lands. Okay, so we've got
on
lands from Widowmaker.
We've seen a lot of lands today, so I would be...
Lands and Miracles. Lands and Miracles. There we go.
It was a
They're
great
already
game.
here.
All right.
So we're not watching them. I love how this says Tuesday Legacy.
It's not Tuesday Legacy, but it is Tuesday Legacy. Maybe that's what they were referring to at the beginning of the stream.
Maybe that is what they're referring.
I didn't even notice.
I'm bad at life. Okay. Anyways, that exploration got countered in the face by a Force of Will. Yeah, anyone who pile shuffles is a monster. I count, but I never pile shuffle. I will go and go 5 at a time and just count my deck out between matches. But like literally, I pretty much present before my opponents anytime. Anyways, I've had one time where I go 5. I go 3, 2, 3, and they're like, "That's 8." I'm like, "No, I'm counting my deck, bro. It's okay." Like, and I just keep going because I go 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2 like that to count my 5s. It was really funny. Anyways, gamble into.
I assume Life from the Loam. That's what I would guess.
I think that's probably the best first card to pick up. And then just Ghost Quarter him into Oblivion. Ghost Quarter.
It's not easy to do against the Miracles deck, but if you get onto that plan early enough...
With an exploration, too, you're just like, Ghost Quarter!
Yeah, you can do it, for sure.
Now he does actually have 6 cards in his hand, right? Nope. Just 4. Or 5. Oh,
that's a good hit.
I mean, losing your Tireless Tracker is a thing.
Right.
Pad beats.
Yeah.
That's his life.
He got what he wanted. He'll be fine.
Well, what he really wanted is to get the Life from the Loam in the graveyard. That's what he really wanted.
Sure. He wanted the Life from the Loam. Accessible.
Yeah, but right now there's no lands in his graveyard to target with the lights. Yeah,
it's up to 3. You can just cast that sucker.
You're right.
It doesn't feel good, but just saying, you can do it.
Get it started. Let's get it started in. Let's not sing bad 90s songs. No, that's in early 2000s, right?
I can't remember, man.
Because that's a Black Eyed Peas? Yeah, I think it's early 2000s.
I can't remember.
Look at me just not knowing music. Guys, I don't know how to music. That's why we have Kyra here.
90s song.
Yeah, it was totally early 2000s.
Most definitely. I was definitely at minimum a teenager when that song came out, so
yeah,
definitely 2000s.
Definitely 2000s. Shh. Don't speak. Like music that I remember from actually listening to it in the 90s. I listened to a lot of 50s, 60s, and 70s in the 90s because that's what my parents had for us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Chalice on 1.
I mean, that's a start.
It is. It turns off.
Is that a second exploration that got countered? No, it was Force Pitch, Jace, Force Pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so it's time for Mystery Mentor.
Chalice on 1 wrecks all the cantrips, right?
Except Predict. And it turns off
Swords.
But it doesn't stop Unexpectedly Absent, which has happened before.
Right.
Some Beatles, some Cat Stevens. I mean, some of that. Louis Armstrong. I listened to the 80s, like a ton of Eurythmics and Air Patrol.
And Air Patrol.
And my dad was super into Supertramp, so I did a lot of that. Men at Work.
Oh, dude, I love Men at Work. They are awesome. That's somebody I do know.
Saxophone solos are the greatest thing. And then the Cranberries. My dad loves the Cranberries. So, like, that was my childhood. Listening to music that was music.
Dude, I own so much music right now, it's ridiculous.
That's a Tabernacle at Pendreville.
I don't think...
Well, Punishing Fireworks.
Yeah.
Value. Oh no, it's a Rashad Port. I'm bad at Magic.
I was gonna say, Tabernacle looks different.
Shut your
I
face.
thought you were talking about his hand, and I was like, I'm like trying to take a look at his hand.
I mean, you can't really get past like Zombie and such good songs. I just love Cranberries. Great. Cranberries are great. Hey, look, 3 lands off of his first dredge. Life's hard. So sometimes you get a cycle land and a fetch land and
a Thespian Stage.
And a Thespian Stage just right off that first dredge.
Sometimes you get all the things.
Guess what the first album that I ever received was?
I do not even have a guess that I feel like.
It was the
would be
first Avril Lavigne album.
Really?
That was given to me as a birthday present. And then my brother's first album was Supertramp's Astro Lounge. That was the one that had All Star and all this. Road
You know
Band
what?
And All Star and all that.
I want to say my first album was Smash Mouth. I think.
Was it Astro Lounge? It's the one with the big tower coming out of the
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, it was.
That was a great album.
Yeah, it was
It was
sweet.
the late 90s. Another band that was a huge part of my childhood was Talking Heads. All the time. My dad, Stop Making Sense was an album that we just
Dude,
had on repeat all the time.
Same, Jorgensen. I had so much Green Day. Same. And now I can barely even listen to them.
You can barely listen to Green Day? I mean,
They just kind of like go in one ear and out the other. It's not that I hate them. It's just, yeah.
there are definitely, like, you go back and you listen to the, like, mix-ups of
Yeah.
anthem, like, 90s and 2000s anthems, and, like, do you have the time? Like, as soon as you hear that, you're just, like, transported. So, it's great.
First album was Kiss. Jeez.
Yeah, that's solid. Trying to think of the
You know,
first album.
another
I don't
one
know
of
if I
my
know my
another one of my
album.
first albums. In fact, this one actually might have been my first. I honestly can't remember, but The Rocket Summer. And The Rocket Summer, I still love The Rocket Summer to this day.
Yeah.
Not only do I love them, they're still my favorite band, and they're still making music.
Yeah.
And they never stop.
Well, it's kind of like Red Hot Chili Peppers for me.
Yeah.
They're one of the bands that I've always enjoyed, and
Love
they're
The
never
Rocket
going to
Summer.
stop. And then the
Yeah,
Cure.
was it fun for you? So, all right. Robert.
let's go back in time. In junior high, Kyra and I hated each other.
Yeah.
100% we're not friends.
Nope.
And then once we got at 9th grade, I think it kind of changed because we were both at New Ames.
Yeah.
Probably the end of 8th grade and then into 9th grade.
That's okay, Mike. You're allowed to be.
You've earned it.
You burned it. Nobody's telling you not to be, that's for sure.
He actually got to play with, like, Bazaar of Baghdad's when it was a new card.
Yeah? Jeez.
I was 2 years old when Bazaar of Baghdad, or I guess 3 years old when Bazaar of Baghdad was a new card.
Yep. For sure. Well, same, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, we're
The
how many
same.
months apart? We're so young. 4?
You're in December.
Yeah.
I'm in September.
Three and a half.
3 months.
Not bad. We are little babies.
Yeah.
I would probably agree with you.
I think so too.
I think this is going to be going in Lance's favors. Unimportant is not gonna. I mean, it's gonna live up to its name.
I mean, don't get me wrong though. Even if he sticks his win con, at this point, it's really hard to say if he can even win once
we
it's
go.
in play. But yeah, you're right.
Hey, Subnatu, you're not subbed yet. Yeah, just once again, thanks to Rashad and Port and Jorgensen for being our first 2 subs. We do have our sub button live, so if you have Twitch Prime, so Amazon Prime, it gives you a Twitch Prime sub. Use it on us.
Yeah.
We would love it. You know, it doesn't give us the full amount, but hey, it's free for you.
And you know what?
And we do better than Watsu.
And
According to the stream.
something to mention when it comes to that, we are looking to make this stream better. We are trying to get more equipment. We are trying to, upgrade the quality, right?
Yeah.
And that's something.
Constantly.
That's something that we've only been doing this for a couple months.
Yeah.
And as time goes on, we are absolutely trying to improve. So if there is advice, if there or just things that you think would make a better stream.
Is that one elemental token? Oh man.
Like those are the type of things that we're looking for. We want to know your thoughts.
Yeah, I think in the end you get pretty close to the same. Like it's some sense different, but because it's a Twitch Prime one, the streamers get a little bit less. At least that's what I've heard. I haven't seen it yet, obviously, because this is the first time we've ever gotten subs.
On your first card in the gutter when you
There
were
you go.
8.
See, I wish I was 20
That's
back in the
awesome.
early 90s too, so that I could have lived through the .com boom and made all my money and now been super wealthy.
My first deck was commons and uncommons that I made out of this guy's stash from Legions. It was an Amplify Beast deck. You remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not kidding.
I remember playing through all that, playing through Standard
that's-
when like Decimate was a thing.
The first time I ever played Magic, Dallin Atkinson put a Tier 1 Type 2 Angels deck in my hand.
Okay.
And said, "Don't worry, I'll just tell you what to do. It'll be fine."
Hey, so stream, we've got this thing for you. It's you won't be able to see it too well, sorry. But it's the Goif die.
And it's all metal and
Goif
pretty.
die. Yeah, so we'll have it, and it'll actually be, instead of that just almost stainless steel look, it'll be colored out. So, yeah, we're streaming. We can only stream at 720p. We've got our cameras that go up to 1080p, so this is the highest this cam goes. And as far as zoom,
You can't really get a ton closer than this.
yeah, the best thing we could do is have hand cams, which we're not quite there yet. But yes, Aaron, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I found a comic book shop, sir. Matt, wow. Good job spending all your money on Ice Age starters. That's how you do it. Also, we'll have once we have a better picture and some other stuff for the Tarmogoyf dice, we'll have those live on our website. We should be going live with the full site, including e-commerce, late next week. So be excited for that, and then get shirts, get life pads, get dice, get Die Hard, get everything. So we will have a thing. Also, thanks everyone for joining us. I didn't catch who ended up winning this one between Bryce and Calvin. I'm gonna go ask him really quick.
I'm going to come sit down for a second while he's grabbing that.
For sure.
Oh, did you guys already talk about pre-release?
No, we have not.
If any of you out there are local and are planning on coming to our pre-release, we have...
with True Name Nemesis.
Bryce got it with True Name Nemesis, everybody. If any of you are planning on coming to a pre-release, we encourage you to come to ours. We have the largest price support in the state of Utah. Make sure to register early because we will run out of spots. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much.
Awesome. Sweet. Yeah, pre-release is going to be fun. I think this set's really going to shake things up as far as the limited format goes. So, I'm just like to see that.
It says Tuesday Night Magic Legacy.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up our tournament. Let's see. Oh, my bad. Bryce won. Bryce got it, right?
Bryce got it. 2-1. Website hype! Thank you, Jorgensen. That is website hype. Thank you for joining us for the stream.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We will not be back this Tuesday, but we'll be back Wednesday and
Correct.
Friday next week. You already said that?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No,
if you haven't yet, catch out the final episode of Catch a Table Magic from Sam Tang up in Seattle. It was Richard Garfield. It was a spectacular one. MTG Pro Tutor, catch that one. Catch Eternal Durdles. And then, another Utah podcast to hit up is definitely Constructed Criticism and Limited Time Only.
How do you switch the cam to just us?
Just back cam.
This one. There you go.
I don't know if anyone else is watching on YouTube. It would always...
We haven't, Kylie. We haven't had anybody else have a comment like yours that shows us that you're on YouTube. We've had quite a few people from Facebook today, this is the first time we've seen that, and this is the first time we've seen somebody comment on YouTube as well.
Perfect.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so you can obviously see Kyre's here, and then there's me. Bryce is back to give us some words.
Uh-oh.
Do you have
What am I
words
supposed
for
to
us?
give you?
Here, I have a
Closing thoughts?
seat for you.
remarks. Some closing thoughts. How did it go?
It was a challenge. It's hard to change from being in here to actually playing cards and making decisions.
Isn't it so weird?
I
And like you expect, you go in with a bunch of expectations, or no expectations. I mean, whenever I go in from commentating to go and playing, I have no expectations. And every once in a while, I'll make called shots for matches and be like, oh, I can win this.
Right.
And then be like, oh, I gotta win this now. Oh no.
Yes. Most of my games, I felt like it could quickly turn the other way. And like game 2.
Well, I mean, Jorgensen is saying congrats on beating Lance. Like literally, that game was spectacular.
Well, and I think that's the first time I've ever beaten Lance. I always get the Lance player who just gets the nuts every time and never loses to itself every time.
Today, it wasn't against him, right?
Which one?
The turn one lands
Where he had Deathrite Shamans and one with Deathrite Shamans?
No.
No, the Mana Bond was right next to you.
Mana Bond dumped their hand, and on turn 2,
Paul turn 1, the
Right.
Miracles right next to you.
Yeah.
It was
unimpotent.
And he made it 2020, and his opponent went, "Oh, okay, thanks.
That works.
That's fun."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, to anyone that's headed out, happy 4th of July, happy Freedom Day. Like I said, go and grill and add those carcinogens, and definitely
we
beer
won't
on
be
your
here.
meats.
We won't be
not
here next Tuesday.
We will
But
not.
of course, the next Tuesday and next Friday,
Yeah, we'll be here.
we'll be back.
You'll probably catch your original Friday commentators and not us.
Right.
But we're happy to be here anyways.
Well, I don't know if everybody wants to play Modern instead. Maybe, maybe not.
It might just turn into me and
tis the
Bryce all the
season.
time.
Tis the season, right? We're getting into Modern PPTQ season, which you're probably going to be jamming a lot, right?
Well, if I keep commentating on Tuesdays and Friday, like if I have to do Fridays too, then I'm gonna need to go to PPTQs just to play now.
What? That's kind of how my life is.
I mean, if that's what it takes, then I'll do it.
Oh, hypothetical question.
Hypothetical question, go.
The answer is no.
Dang it.
Wait.
When are we hosting a commander match? How does one donate? So we don't have a donate thing set up right now, but you can send us money at accountspayable@paragoncitygames.com is our PayPal.
And
But you can sub.
I
always
understand you
sub.
can just sub,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You can
$5.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome.
You see that, Bryce? We got 2 subs today,
That's
and then
fantastic.
our third was Brian. I don't know if that counts.
So is that 1, 2, 3? Is that what just happened?
No.
Kylie will definitely, when we do Streamlabs, we'll make sure that we set up a tip jar or a donate way to, some way to donate to us, mention on subs and all those things. So, yeah. You can also buy stuff from the website. Thank you, Jorgensen. Making those sales for us.
That's a sub right there.
That is a subscriber.
You can tell.
Number 1.25 subscriber now. He's moved his way up.
Well, I don't know. He's comments more than we do sometimes. So
Yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think he's pretty much a commentator himself.
We will set up Streamlabs. Alton and I will take care of it. Mostly me, with Alton probably being like, this is actually how you do it. Because Alton's like, oh, wait, that doesn't actually work, Brian. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You should probably handle the things that do with the stuff.
So, you guys tell me, what is the best position deck against lands? If you're playing against a good lands player.
Food chain.
Well,
Yeah.
vintage.
Yeah. I mean,
Just play vintage.
Just play vintage,
Duh.
yeah.
I mean, play Dredge.
don't you think Storm probably does?
So they have Chalice post board and Sphere Resistance. So maybe.
Sweet, a YouTube sub. There we
There we
go.
go.
Awesome.
So, YouTube sub doesn't give us money directly yet. We got to set up our AdSense. If you sub on Twitch, we'll definitely get money from it. So that's one way to do it.
Just combo decks in general.
Yeah.
Whether it's a Reanimator or
Yeah,
Show and
Lands
Tell.
is
Yeah,
no-
you
Lance is
force
known for
Lance
taking
to
down
have that stuff.
Yeah.
The fair decks.
The deck that I don't play is what you're saying.
We should set up a Discord server. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, there's all. I mean,
There's a lot of things we can do, and
Right.
yeah, we're gonna keep improving, no question about it.
Well, I don't know. I think I've plateaued and started to decline. So
That's what I was telling him when the stream started. I was like getting on. I was like, well, I'm gonna do this alone, and then I was thinking about it. I'm like, wow. Without somebody else here, I'm realizing just how terrible of a commentator I am. Just like by myself, it's just terrible.
right on. Well, thanks for joining us again, guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to show you. I was a little sad that I thought I wasn't going to be on camera until the next game,
Mm-hmm.
and so the fact that I pulled out a game 1 victory just miraculously against lands, I was like, oh, that wasn't on camera, but then I find out it was. So
For sure.
the
works.
one lucky match.
now we are starting our competitive Commander League on Saturdays. So if we do get some commentators, I'm sure Patrick would love to commentate that.
Patrick would.
We'll probably be able to put together a couple commentators and throw out some good Commander content.
How are you gonna put a cam on a 4-player game?
So
Are you doing 1v1?
competitive is 1v1.
1v1?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be the
That
same
makes
thing.
more sense.
Yep. We'll have
Well,
1v1 Commander.
The new like lists and things for 1v1 Commander don't come out till the 5th.
Yes.
Because they've had to kind of go back and say, all right, we're going to reconstruct this real quick. And then it's almost like a re-release. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Aaron, I'm curious. Are you interested in seeing 1v1 Commander or multiplayer Commander? Because there is some multiplayer Commander that
we can set it up. We can set our cameras to do it. It's just... it's going to be even more out of focus.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to read the cards even less.
Or really small playing space.
It's. Right. I mean, it's going to be up to the commentator being very on top of what's in Commander decks and stuff. Well, and Chris wants to do it.
As I was saying earlier, most multiplayer Commander that I watch, it's part of the entertainment is everybody talking, right?
Yeah.
And so
it's
you
having
don't have
the people cams. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You need those poker cams.
Oh, the hand cams. Yeah. We've talked about it. I just haven't looked into it yet. Yeah. Hand cams. That's going on the list, guys. I've started a list of things that I need to do. Hand cams.
Were you able to see my hand when I played?
For the most part, yeah.
I every now and then consciously thinking of it.
Like lean it over just like a little bit.
I do all sorts of things. Yeah. My hand's upside down. And it's on the floor. It's in the air. It's behind my head. Yeah. It distracts the opponents. That's what we do. All right.
Okay. We are done, though. My wife wants me home. Thank you, everyone.
That was a great stream, I think.
We will
Thanks for Brian for going out of his way, driving over here.
Right, yeah.
I literally turned the stream on as I'm just sitting there, like, in PJs, and then I'm like, I guess I'll go and shower so I can get up there right now.
This guy, on his day off, comes, saves me.
On a forced day off.
What a guy. On a forced day off.
I forced myself to take the day off. Anyways, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.